Good morning. Hello. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Friday. Welcome to the beginning of your weekend. Should your weekend begin on a Friday. I'm Hazel. This is my co-host, Kira. Right on cue. Good job. Hi. And I'm ready for a nice comfy stream. Really like your intro. Thank you very much. Sylvie, thanks for the bid. Happy Friday. Hello, Goose. Miss Kira. How you doing, Miss Kira? How'd you sleep? You sleep in here? Did you sleep on the chair again? You have, she has adopted the spot on the blue chair beside the Murloc plushies. She spends a great deal of time there, and she seems quite comfortable. Hello. Good morning. Today, I believe we are free from Calendar Cup Dragon Racing because I have finished my Drake Racer Silk set, and I've decided that I don't particularly need the customization, so that saves us an awful lot of badges. I paired it with, I figured this, the Hourglass from Time Rifts. Speaking of Time Rifts, should I go to do Time Rift? I haven't done one of those in ages. The Hourglass from Time Rifts so that she can time herself on her races, and then I just had some kind of a torch in the other hand. Perhaps it's a relay baton. I couldn't really think of weapons that went with Dragon Racing Transmog, but that's okay, because they're not out when you're racing anyways. Envision Hazel sitting at her desk before stream officially starts, looking at all the emotes and chats we send. Sometimes Hazel is madly scrambling. Sometimes I like to play the how many things can she do at the last minute during the 5-minute countdown, where like I'll start the countdown and I'll be like, okay, I'm on a timer. Oh, I haven't even done the weekly yet. Yeah, send me in. And then I'll see whether or not I can finish getting ready in whatever way it happened to be. This week so far, however, I've been pretty good because I've been up early anyways, because Mr. Mustafer has to go for a walk before, really? Yeah. Mr. Mustafer has to go for a walk before such a time as I can start my stream, so. That one. That one. And I'm shockingly bad at this game, by the way. Mammoth, Lasher, Tiger, Blade Lord. Okay. Because, like, I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm just not really good at it. Those ones, sometimes, never mind. This one. And this, nope, this one. Like, what is a Cloud Serpent from Pandaria have to do with a tiger? I mean, I guess they have tigers in Pandaria, but that one didn't look Pandaren. Happy Friday from Calgary. Super fresh today, I see. Happy Friday. I'm feeling pretty fresh. I speed ran a shower after coming home from dog walk before stream, so I'm feeling real clean. I am feeling about as sharp as I'm gonna be today. I think this is peak sharpness. I was I should overload the Titan Touched Herb and get myself some extra. Oh, what happened? Nothing? Oh no, I got the Rousing Order, but I think I can't herb it now? Maybe I herbed it already. Who's to say? Yeah, I think it's all downhill after this point for today. Need to start my racing. You do have 2 weeks. It's a decently lengthed event. That's how words work. It's a decent length event. But it doesn't seem to come around very often. Somebody was saying twice a year. My best of luck to anybody, especially if you're trying to get like all of the customizations as well. It's not impossible, but it's a decent amount of dragon racing. Much easier if you've got some alts. Good morning, all of you beautiful people. I'll need 3 more pieces of the Mog, then I'll have everything on the event vendor. Nice. Poke Eyes of N'Zoth with a stick. You betcha. Kitty cat, what have we been up to this morning? Well, you didn't come with me. Mr. Moosey Moo was just like laying down forlornly watching the cat this morning, being like, I wish I could meet her. And then he's been very calm about it, but he wants to meet the cat real bad. And she's like, Stinky, stay over there. Stay there where I can smell you. No, we're doing fine. We're taking it easy. It's easier for him to calm down when he's already been for a walk. It's a bit tough when you've got your puppy zoomies first thing in the morning. Is the twice a year thing official? No. Secondhand word of mouth. Have not confirmed. Missed some streams. Silly work. I've missed some streams too. I've missed a few of them myself. Gotten gold in all races twice. Was able to acquire everything. Farmed a bit extra just in case they introduce new rewards. Oh, clever. That makes a lot of sense. Saga, no, thank you for the 34-month resub. Whee! Is the dog new? Dog's new. Dog has been home for almost 2 weeks. It'll be 2 weeks on Sunday. It feels as though it has been years. I took the first week off though, so this is only like my 3rd stream back since bringing home puppy. The twice a year thing, calendar cup schedule, because I couldn't see it on the calendar, but somebody in chat yesterday mentioned that that was the PTR timing of it, and I hadn't personally confirmed, but it sounds reasonable. What's the cutest thing Moose has done this morning? That's the cutest thing he's done this morning. He met a nice puppy. Well, yeah, he met an older dog outside this morning on leashes, and they sniffed very nicely. What else did we do? Oh my gosh, he loves chasing leaves. Owie, excuse me. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. He loves chasing leaves when the wind blows them, and we've got like a lot of dry leaves, you know, autumn's coming. We've got a lot of dry leaves in the ground. I need to make more health pots. And it was a kind of a breezy morning today, so he was doing really good about his leash manners and his keeping up and his walking on my side thing. Except for when the wind would blow a leaf right past us in the street, and then he would lose his mind and get like back-flipping levels of puppy zoomies because he loves it. He stopped eating them, which I appreciate. He will pick up a leaf and he will drop it, and then he will move on. I think he's figured out that I have the yummies in my bag pocket, and that he doesn't need to be foraging for sustenance. My dog's name is also Moose. It's an excellent dog name, I think. Something he did this morning that was not his fault, but not something that we want, was he picked up a dead mouse. It was like a flat dead mouse. It wasn't like a gory one, but it wasn't something we wanted to be taking home. And I was really glad that our drop it worked. I asked him to drop it and he did. And I was so happy because I did not want to have to touch it. Not a good thing for puppies to have in their mouths. Friend's cat's name is also Moose. Just a great name. My current favorite, well, I have a lot of favorite games with Moose, but I like to try and guess how big he's going to be, because when we first brought him home, mind you, a week and a half ago, not that long ago, but when we first brought him home, he was like 3 months and 1 week. He was like 13 weeks old. And his paws were ginormous compared to his body. He had like these huge like mitts and stompers. And I was like, wow, he's gonna, if those hold true, if those are done and the rest of his body's just gonna catch up, then maybe he'll be like this big. But in the past, you know, however long it's been, 10, 11 days, his mitts and stompers have continued to grow pretty quickly. His body is growing along with them, but he's pretty comical right now. He's got just enormous clump and stompers. They don't show. I think he's just in a growth spurt. Sounds like you might want to take a pair of latex gloves and walks. Wouldn't be a bad thing to tuck into. I have my dog walk pack locked and loaded now. It wouldn't be a bad thing to have handy, but as long as he is able to drop it, that's probably helpful. We brought him home. Myself and my mildly secret live-in romantic partner, who's not really that secret, but you know, gotta have some mystery in life. Chilling with leveling slowly in Wrath Classic. Running around Teldrassil doing the sub-level 10 quests. Random level 80 rogue shows up, invites me to group, then obliterates all the quests I'm on. There you go. That'll do it. That'll get her done. Hello, Miss Kira. Hello. I know we're fighting a boss, but you want to be a big star. You want to be a big camera star. You're so cute. You want to tell the people how you've been doing? She wants his treats, but she doesn't really want his treats. I think she wants treats. And I've been trying to, because she hears the treat bags all the time, because Mr. Moosey gets treats relatively often, especially while we're training. Not so much today or yesterday. Like we're getting the frequency down. But anyways, I'll be doling out his treats or his kibble, and she'll be like, "Wow, that smells and sounds like something yummy. What do you got for me?" And then I let her smell them, because a lot of them she could eat. It's just, you know, you shouldn't have a lot of them. And she's like, "Ew, no, gross, stinky. I don't actually want that." And I don't know what you want. I tried to get you treats that are like his treats, but for cats, I found like a kitty version of a chicken thing that's kind of like his, because I thought she would love that. And she smelled it and she went, ew, stinky, gross, no thank you. And then now they're extra moose treats. So I need to keep... We're frequenting pet stores pretty often at this point of our lives, so I will keep on the lookout. She loves her greenies, but it would be nice if she had another option because I think she's a little... I don't know. Maybe not jealous, but feeling a little left out. And that's no good. You were here first, huh? She's, she loves the licky treats. Those are a big hit. Have you settled into the fact that you're a lizard yet? Took me a second to realize you meant my track there. I've made my peace with it for now. I don't know if it's a forever thing. I think I've come to realize that it bothers me more than I thought it was gonna. It helps that I am only ever a lizard when I'm in combat. And usually when I'm in combat, I have other things to worry about aside from how reptilian I am. I'm usually looking at my like UI, or I'm healing, or I'm going, oh dear, glittering surge is coming back up. Do I have cooldowns? Oh, cool. Rarity is tracking all the stuff now. Time capsule. Yeah. Yeah. Well, hey. I was saying words. Wordy words. Hi. Was it about the kitty cat? Was it about precious Miss Kira? She curled up on my lap yesterday. I was sitting on the couch and I had a blankie and I was all cuddled up and she was like, Mom, I'm coming in. And she laid down, she got really cozy. And it was so cute that I cried a little bit because it was a long day and I was tired and I just missed cuddling with my girl. At least out front. I've been cuddling with her in bed and stuff, but... Oh, the lizard thing. Yeah. It's fine. It's alright. Love watching people stand in the tentacle shadows get obliterated. My old kitty hates treats too. She has I like to say she has a refined palate. She's a little bit picky with food. As opposed to Mr. Moose, who will eat anything, including some things that aren't food. Although he's getting better at that. He's been dropping things that aren't food, which we appreciate. So I got a time capsule, so next time I can get like a thing. Although sometimes those things are just the stuff that you could buy with these anyways. I'm pretty sure, or sorry, not a time capsule, the other thing. Encapsulated Destiny. Shared some of the same letters. RTS Planner, thank you very much for the 37-month resub. Appreciate it. He steals my bacon every morning. Oh man, oh your kitty. I haven't played the Palia beta, no. Don't forget to turn in the quest. True, good point. Over here. Blood-soaked book. Oh, I picked one up in there. Huh. Didn't remember doing that. And we got another Destiny for next time. Because I've got one active right now. Some reputation. Some more flakies. Should have done at least one of these last week for the flakies, but what do you do? I was busy. I was busy. What is my Sword Army rep? What are we saying? We are 3 of 5. We are working up to 4 of 5. We're not really all that close. I have in Paracausal Flakes 2100, so not quite enough for like another mount, but I could probably buy some transmog. I'm gonna buy male pants, I think, for the appearance of them. And then, actually, I have some inclination to go see, because I know I can catalyze that stuff into like Raid Finder level Mog, and I'm not really using my catalyst charges anymore. Oh, somebody give me a white werewolf, thanks. Cool, appreciate it. That just happens. That just happens to you. Slash. Here we go. X Arthur, thank you for the 15-month resub. Morning Hazel, hi chat, hello. Zyla with a 37-month resub. Thank you very much for sticking with me that long, holy moly. Abyss with a 29-month resub, very much appreciated. Charhala with a 30-month resub, thank you. And Sylvie Windrunner with some bits. Mixed between Animal Crossing and Dreamlight Valley. Not even stressing about it at this point. Much like I haven't finished Venari rep. You know, Venari's a patient person. She can wait. She'll be there. I didn't brush his teeth when I got home, but oh my goodness, I had to bathe him yesterday. It turned out that yesterday was bath day because he was meeting another dog, and he was meeting a much bigger dog, and he was meeting a much taller dog, and some of you may be able to see already where this is going. And they were doing great. They were hanging out. And the dog went over to sniff on some grass, and Mr. Moose followed the dog, and then the dog was peeing, and then Mr. Moose got in the way, and Mr. Moose got peed on. So when we got home from that walk, it was bath time again. He's not a huge fan of the bath time. He does okay. But he's definitely like not happy, despite bribing him with the finest treats in all the land. I have a licky mat that like suction cups to the wall, and I thought I was so clever. I like put a little bit of peanut butter on the whole thing, and I like tucked some pieces of his favorite little crunchy treats in and amongst it, and I was like, this will keep him busy while I bathe him. He's fine standing in the water, but he does not like having it poured on him, even when it's like lovely lukewarm water. So I'm gonna have to keep brainstorming that, because sometimes he's gonna need a bath. And then also after I bathed him and then we towel dried him off and then I brushed out his fur, he was so soft and he smelled so good. And I want to give him baths pretty regularly because they make him smell so nice, but if he hates it, it's gonna be kind of hard. I'm not currently planning to set up a puppy cam. One day, eventually, I imagine Puppy may both be allowed into the office and then may come visit sometimes, and we can show Puppy much like we show Cat, although he probably won't fit on the chair arm the same way that Miss Kira does. But his space is currently out of range of this room anyways. Beagle says water burns, he hates bats. Yeah. My Moosey is a German Shepherd crossed with a Siberian Husky. And I don't know, Shepherds are like supposedly ambivalent on water. It kind of depends on the dog. Huskies, generally speaking, not a big fan of it. The northern breed dogs usually are not, like they were not bred to like water, and they're usually a little confused and concerned and unhappy with it. So it's not that surprising, but he seems to want to go swimming. We're going to take him swimming sometime in the next week or so, and we'll see how he does with that. But I want him to love bathing because I just want to wash and brush and shampoo my doggy and clean all the dirt off his little paws. Where am I going? We're very slowly making our way to the catalyst. That's right. How's his temperament? Talkative. When he gets grumpy, he has moods sometimes. It's usually if we're eating food and he can't have it, which is always when we're eating food. He gets his own food. But he's eaten already. He's not hungry, theoretically. But he's watching us eat and he's like, ugh, they never give me anything. And then he takes his emotional support pizza, which is a toy that he has, a squeaky toy in the shape of a pizza that he specifically favors when he's like in his feelings. And he'll go take that to a corner and like gnaw on it while going. He does the husky thing then, and it's so funny. I've been trying to get a good video of it, but I'm always eating whenever he does it. And these days, whenever I'm eating, I'm usually like starving by the time I finally get around to sitting down to having food, so I'm usually not in the mood to record anything. Hi, sweetie. Do we get new transmog for this? Sure do. That's worth the catalyst charge. You are gonna have a fun 2 years. Cat and doggo get along. So far, so good. We are doing a very, very, very slow, gentle introduction with a lot of training Mr. Moose to sit and to lay down and to kind of redirect attention a little bit so that he's interested in her, and he seems to really like her, but we don't want him getting too hopped up and excited, because even if he just wants to play, which it seems like he does, but even if he just wants to play, Miss Kira is completely blind and is at risk of running into something if she decides to bolt, plus he's at risk of chasing after her and trying to play if she decides to bolt, so we're taking it real easy. They're doing really good, though. They can hang out in the same room. They will, like, pay attention to each other, but they can hang out in the same room on either sides of his exercise pen fence. And they can both, like, relax and just kind of do their own thing, which is really good. Our next step in the next, like, well, whenever you're ready, Miss Kira, but our next step is if he's on a leash in the front room, not with the fence, and you decide you want to come say hi, I bet we can do that. So it's really up to whenever you want, okay? Your own pace. Because that's the next barrier he has to graduate before we can free him from his bedroom. He's outgrowing the exercise pen pretty fast. And he gets, like, lots of exercise and walks and toys and playtime. So he's mostly in there when he's just napping. But it would be nice if we could start to loose the moose and then, you know, learn about which things are dog toys and which things are not dog toys, because he's a puppy and that's going to be a process. What am I doing? I wanted transmog. I got some transmog. I did a time rift. That was fun. What am I doing in terms of all the things? I'm pretty sure I still need leggings from Heroic 10-man leather ICC. I think that was one of the things I was working on back in the before times. You know, before Mr. Moosey Moo. Miss Kira is 9 years old. It took 5 weeks to introduce my cat to our husky. That is some good patience. No way around doggy breath. Yeah. It'll be better if their teeth are in good health. Really, really, really bad breath can sometimes mean dental problems. So daily toothbrushing can help to some extent with that, but they're always going to kind of smell like dog food. Mr. Moosey gives the sweetest puppy kisses, though. I was snuggling with him on his bed in his pen last night. It was after we had done, like... I keep getting, like, halfway through my dinner and then having to stop dinner and then go do a bunch of stuff with him. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, I wasn't finished eating. And then I'll come back and sit down, like, an hour and a half later. But we had gone and we had done a walk. And we had done the bath because that was the walk that he got peed on. And then we had gotten him dried off. And then we had gotten him settled down. And then there was, like, this whole thing where he was working on a bully stick, and I have this toy that kind of like anchors the end of it, but it was anchoring it too well and it was all stuck in the middle of it, and Mr. Moose was like so upset because he couldn't get any more of it out, and it's his favorite thing ever. So then we had to stop and like see if we could worm a little more of it out for him, which we did. And then we finally get all settled down and we're both like bone tired, and I just kind of snuggled up with him on his big pillow, and I was like, if this pillow fit me, I could fall asleep right here because he was being real cuddly and sweet. What am I doing? I was going to go do 10-man heroic leather ICC. I think that's it. We'll check all the things to make sure I still need it, but let's take a leather wearer to Ice Crown. Kira's friend, not toy. And we've been able to practice cats are friends on our walks too, because we see a lot of neighborhood cats. Quite a few of them know us from our previous walks. We have a friend in the neighborhood that walks a cat on a leash pretty often that we've met before and we've gotten to chat and hang out. And we ran into them on one of our walks recently, and the cat was like trotting right on over to say hi, but then changed his mind when Mr. Moose was doing his helicopter. He was doing his backflips. He gets real excited if he thinks that somebody's gonna play with him. Did I do a time walking? I meant to do a time walking. Did I do it? I can't remember. I did do it, I'm pretty sure. I think I healed one. Yeah, I did do it on this character. So she has badges and they are all saved for next time. That's right. Let's just go to ICC, because yeah, we can vendor all this now. How do I want to get there? Stormwind and then the portal. That's right. But he does really good. He can sit, lay down. Cats are interesting to him, but not as interesting as like lots of stuff. He is more interested in random people. He is more interested in leaves. He is definitely more interested in treats. Cats are kind of a 3 out of 10 on the Moose scale of things that are distracting, so that's nice. Appreciate that. Shout out to my dog. Being real cool. We're going this way. Parents' dog would favor blue cheese. His breath was rank. Holy. Yeah, that would do it. Holy moly. Miss Kira, are you a young lady? You're a very polite young lady. Did I mention my good in-game news? I am now 100% account completionist on BWL. Oh, nice. Congratulations. That's a project. Holy moly. I have a lot of stuff in there still. What if I try 100% ICC? I feel like that would take years just because of how all of the different, like there's thousands of things from ICC. Okay. So all the things. We're going to pull up the whole big list. We're going to details toggle. And then we're going to make sure we're on account mode. Not even account mode for now. We can just do leather mode for the moment. Ice Crown. 10-man heroic. 10-man heroic Ice Crown. So these are the things that could drop for this character on 10-man heroic Ice Crown. It's these legs that all the things random had set me on, so that's what I'm specifically after. I would accept any of the rest of it, though. I would certainly take any of the rest of it. Dungeon, raid difficulty, heroic, raid difficulty, 10 player. It's nice to be back, huh, Ms. Kira? What's Moose's street name? Lil Moo with a big M? Moosterd! Moosterd is good. He is occasionally Mustafer. He's also Mr. Moose. He is Moosey. He is Mr. Moosey Moo. And then if you're like really in a good mood, you can be Mr. Moosey 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 Moo. Moosey 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 Moo. You gotta do the dance. He doesn't know what you're doing. He's like, they're being weird. I'm going back to my toys. How do you open a subset of the list in a new window? Right click. I'm pretty sure that's right click. If you want to grind it 100%, you just need a lot of time and alts. And probably start watching the entire One Piece anime. Dog. How do those work? I'm assuming that was in context of something I said and not just how do dogs work. I'm still figuring out how dogs work. Mog farming? You? Nah. So sick of farming ICC. Keep farming since Legion. Still no mount. Holy, that's bad luck. I hope it comes for you soon. Rendwy, thank you very much for the 10-month resum. You got some nice purrs going on, Miss Kira. You want to purr for microphone? Share some love. That's nice. Are you still after the ATT random item? They gave me another one. So I got the Spongen helm from Velrithia, but they gave me leggings of unrelenting blood, which was also from a 10-man. So we're back at it. We're back at it again. You have been getting a lot of ICC. Yeah. I have only myself to blame. I keep re-rolling whenever it gives me a PvP item. That's my fault. That's on me. I have some thoughts about dyeing my hair today, but I don't think I have time. It's Friday, so I gotta do a news video. Moose has an appointment later. I'm gonna be tired later. Although I slept until 7 this morning. That was pretty wild. Which meant Mr. Moose slept until 7. Alrighty. In this particular one, we have 75% of the items for this character on this difficulty. I don't know if it's like counting the vank marks repeatedly. If we look at my set for here, and we're finding Ice Crown Citadel. I'm comfy. I love mog farming in the morning. Ice Crown Citadel. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Expansion orders go like this. 10-player normal. So I think heroic... It can't possibly give me any of this stuff because we haven't done that. That's 25-player heroic only. So as we get the tokens, we're able to upgrade these pieces here. But if I ran 25, I think it doesn't matter because if I ran 25 normal anyways, I'm pretty sure that overwrites it. I don't know. ICC's a mess. Am I in farming spec? Sure not. Sure am not. Do half the news video with brown hair, other half with dyed hair, don't acknowledge it on air. That's probably some kind of an engagement strat too. I've never done it on purpose, although I do it a fair amount by accident, but there's a technique in content that's not scammy, but like in some algorithms, not so much anymore, but in some algorithms engagement is favored and will boost your video more. So sometimes people will be like, I want a lot of comments so that I can get boosted in the algorithm. You'll see this on platforms like Instagram and, well, any of them, depending. And one cheesy way to get engagement and to get a lot of comments is to have something that's just a little bit weird in the video, or a lot weird, I don't know. But have something like weird in the video and then don't acknowledge it, so you get a bunch of comments of people going, did anybody else see the thing? The other cheesy way is to make a minor mistake, and then have people correct you, which I promise I don't do on purpose. Sometimes I'm just wrong. Yeah, easy way to get some comments. Good to see you back streaming after a well-deserved break. Thank you very much, Jans. We had a lot of fun. It's amazing how much, I mean, it's still crazy because he's still a puppy, so it's still a ton of energy. But it's fun to see how much comfier it is now that we're kind of like a week and a half, almost 2 weeks of like settled in. We've got like some routines now. We've all gotten to know each other a little better. His training is coming along really well, and even just training in like a handful of key commands, which, mind you, he's really smart, so it's like super lucky that he's been able to learn all this stuff in a week and a half. That's crazy for a young puppy, but you know, being able to learn his sit and his down and his drop it, and his come, he's good at all those so far. Has made life like a million times easier because we actually have commands we can use for stuff, you know. I don't have to like wrestle with him to get him into his harness, because if he sits up nicely, I can just kind of buckle it onto him, and he knows that command now, so we're already settling in a lot. Okay, Death Whisper did not favor me with the chest guard. There is still this dagger we could get from Gunship. Miss Kira, you're still here. You're still here. Do you want to sit in my lap? You want to cuddle on my lap? You don't have to. Up to you. AoE Sunfire would do well for farming old raids? Probably. I wonder if I'm spec'd into it. I do a lot of swiping. It doesn't make any sense. I spec balance and then I spend most of my time swiping. Leave it as the best command ever. When does a puppy stop being a puppy? I mean, I imagine there's a variety of definitions, because on one hand, puppy is puppy forever. I call even very elderly dogs puppy. Puppy dog, muffin, etc. In terms of growth, different sizes and breeds of dogs will finish growing at different rates and levels, and I'm sure there's some variance for individuality. He is probably going to be growing into his frame until he's approximately a year old, and then filling out more until approximately 2. Larger breed dogs finish a little later than smaller breed dogs. It takes longer for their growth plates to close. In terms of insurance and leases and stuff, most places will consider a dog a puppy at 1 year or under, and then a young dog at 1 year or older. In terms of different, there's different milestones along the way. Dog gets bigger every day, I swear. My pups are always my puppies. Doggo is always puppy. Puppy is eternal. We too have had a breakthrough in animal training. After 3 years, our old cat Gandalf has learned to open the cat flap for himself sometimes. Congratulations to Gandalf. I mean, he arrives precisely when he means to. He's never late. My insurance for dogs absolutely skyrocketed as young as 5 years old. I see. I will, 1 year, generally speaking. But I wouldn't be Hazel if I didn't struggle to give the most complete answer possible, even when nobody asked for it. And it's completely unnecessary. I struggle with that sometimes just in regular life. Somebody will ask something, and I will try to, give them an answer that accounts for a lot of nuance, and they'll be like, dude, I just wanted to know what time it was. I just, are you hungry or not, Sometimes I have to work in reading rooms. My beagle chilled out at 3, stopped growing around a year. Golden Retriever is 3, still has passed. She grew for about 18 months. What's something you didn't really expect that's happened with Moose? I underestimated that I was going to have to teach him to, walk. Obviously, he knows how to put one paw in front of the other. But I had never had a puppy before, so I had never really experienced having to teach them, to walk on a leash, and to walk generally forward, and to not tear off in every direction, and to not just sit and lay down randomly for a long period of time. And it's hard because he's very distractible because everything's new and he's really young, and there's a lot of exciting stuff. We live in a city, so there's a million things to look at and smell. And teaching him to not race ahead and to not fall behind and to not run in front of people, and it's we're still working on it, obviously. We've only had the dog a week and a half, but he's doing a lot better at waiting for me, not pulling, because I'm not letting him pull, because that's gonna not fly once he's big, so we may as well teach him while he's small. And we're working on a loose heel position. I don't need him to perfectly heel, but I would like to have some slack in the leash. But the first 3 days I was trying to walk this dog, I was like, how are we ever going to get anywhere? He stops every, meter. I did not expect this. He also, in the house training, the potty training we were doing, I didn't realize that it wouldn't really occur to him what we were waiting for to go. We would take him outside so that he could use the bathroom. And he just, wouldn't for a long time, because he did technically have to go, but he was just kind of confused about what we were waiting for, and he was too distracted by everything else going on outside. We have gotten a million times better at that over the last week and a half. That's been going very well. No luck on those legs, eh? But I did not expect... I guess I just forgot about all the stuff that you were going to have to teach. I knew I was going to have to teach, like, obedience commands, and I was going to have to teach, like, house manners and stuff. And I knew that potty training was going to be a thing. I'd read up a bunch about that, but I kind of forgot that a lot of the things that dogs do are things that we've taught dogs to do and not things that they do by default. How do you tackle the pulling? If he tears ahead and he starts, like, pulling, I stop what I'm doing. And this is kind of all part of, like, the leash training we've been doing, but I plant my feet, and eventually he looks back at me like, Mom, what? And then he has to come stand right back to me. And sometimes I'll call him, and sometimes I'll just wait for him to get the idea. He has to come stand right next to me. And then once he's done that and he's like paying attention to me, I'll do the click for that's good, that's what we want. And then I'll give him a treat. He's learning that he gets treats when he's walking nicely beside me. In addition to that, whenever he's doing good, whenever he's just kind of like trotting along at my side exactly where I want him to, I will randomly like notice that, find a good time, click, and then just give him a treat while we're going so that he gets the idea of that's the thing that gets me treats. And then if I start pulling, then we stop, and we don't like that because he wants to keep going and like smell all the stuff. The harder thing is when he's lagging behind, wanting to pick something up that he shouldn't have, or just staring at random people is one that he does a fair amount of. That's a little bit harder. You've got to kind of give him a little bit to just like take it all in because he's curious and he needs to figure it all out. And then you have to try and get his attention and then have him keep going with you. And that's, I found, harder than the pulling thing at this stage of his life. But the thing with it is that you cannot let him do anything that you're not going to have him do. Because if it works, I just got another Precious's ribbon. Holy moly. Am I wearing one already? No. All right. New Precious's ribbon. That's 3 now. If you let him pull and then you keep going and he gets the walk that he wants, then that's reinforcing that pulling gets into where he wants to go. So when you're first learning how to not do it, it's the most painstaking training walk ever. Because you walk like 3 steps and he's pulled and then you stopped and you get him to come back to you. And then you go another 3 steps and he pulls again and then you stop and he comes back to you. And it can take you like an hour to get along the block, which takes a ton of patience. It takes a lot of time. It's definitely not immediately easy, but they'll get the idea eventually. It's easier if he hasn't been pulling for years. The more ingrained the habit is, the harder it is to break, but any dog can totally learn. You just got to be real consistent, and it helps if you have good treats. Every alt is going to get one. Very frustrating and exhausting. I mean, I say after having had a dog less than 2 weeks, I think it's worth it once you really get the hang of it, though, because it makes walks so much nicer for everybody. You know, he's not like coughing because he's pulling on his harness. I don't have leash burns on my hands anymore. I had a few of those in the first couple of days. I'm not worried about him like darting out into the street or like lunging at dogs and upsetting them. It's super, super worth it. It's just a big process. So that was one of the things that was on my list of things to absolutely do at the earliest occasion, because the longer you let him pull, the worse it's going to be. My mom would say it's slippery, and the dog would walk behind her and be ready to pull backwards if she slipped. He actually did it a couple of times. Oh, that's very, very nice. Service doggy. Slippery and icy. Walking behind, acting as a counterweight. Oh, that's cool. One of my dogs sits when she wants something, but always tests the pulling even after 7 years. It's got to find out if you still mean it or not. There we go. So, Putrid could give me a scalpel if he's feeling generous. We gotta do a full clear because there's weapons that we need off of Mr. Arthas. 70 kilogram dog. What is it? Hang on, I gotta look that up in pounds. Despite living in a metric country, I usually have to translate into pounds. 70 kilogram, 2 pounds. 154 pounds! That's a massive dog! That is a unit of a dog. Holy! That is an enormous dog. Yeah, that's real big. Oh, I mean, you know that. You don't need me to tell you that. You've met your dog. That's how it works. They're great dogs. There's a few of them that live in some of the neighborhoods we walk through. They're awesome. You know what I, weirdly enough, have a memory for? Dog names. Every time I meet somebody with a dog, I always ask them what their name is. And so far, I've got a good grip on Weird thing that my brain is doing. I can't remember all manner of things in my life, but the names of random dogs that I've met out and about. Got them all. Yeah. The first time we got, this was Wade when we first picked him up. At the time, he was 11 kilograms, which I think was somewhere in the 24-pound range at the time. I'm sure he's bigger now. And I was like, well, how much is 11 kilograms? And I like Googled it and it was like 11 kilograms is 11,000 grams. And I'm like, yeah. I knew that. That's not what I want to know. You got to be specific with your Googling. So Velrithia still has... Oh no, we're going to do blood prints in Lanethel first. How often do you PvP? Do you stream your games? I occasionally stream a little bit of solo shuffle. I've been slacking. I've been real lazy. I have not played in the last like month or more. I've been doing a lot of transmog farming on stream. Dog's name, but not owner's name. I actually make notes in my phone. If I'm introduced to like a neighbor, not in front of them, but if I'm introduced to a neighbor after everybody's left, I will make a little note in my phone about their name and like any other recognizable characteristics, because I see those notes whenever I pull up my phone to make a grocery list, and it helps me remember who is who, because I'm, you know, it's nice if you, it's not expected, but it's nice if you remember the names. And I've met a lot of people. I've met a lot of people in the last 2 weeks. It turns out getting a puppy is kind of a mini version of going to BlizzCon. You meet an awful lot of people. Earlier you said he stops every meter. Good with distance and metrics. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm more familiar with meters than yards, even though they're very similar. Now that I've been driving more, I'm a little more familiar with, you know, if this turn is in 300 meters, I guess I'm going to be turning pretty soon, going at X amount of kilometers an hour. But I haven't been driving very long in my life over the grand course of things, or very much, so I'm still getting used to it. I'm 30. I got a transmog. I got a great spear from that. That's awesome. I needed that. It had 3 shared appearances. You get a Rolodex. Face blindness at all? Can't remember the face. Other changeable aspects like beards, glasses, posture, voice. Not specifically, but a little bit for a different reason, in that I often won't look at faces. I have a hard time with eye contact with strangers, and I'm trying, but I will naturally look basically everywhere else. I hope it doesn't weird people out too much. I still seem to do okay, but I will often we'll chat with somebody, and then you know, someone will say, oh, that person had an interesting blank, or like, you know, not anything inappropriate, but, and I'll be like, oh, I was looking at the dog. Especially when their dog's around. I will spend almost all of my time looking at the dog. Don't either. Can't remember anyone. 1 kilogram is 2 pounds. And when it's over 50, add another 10-ish. Oh. I might need to remember that. I'm so curious. He's gonna get weighed at the vet, which isn't actually for a little bit. I got him in for the earliest appointment I could, but vets are a little bit booked in this city, so sometimes it's tough to get in on short notice for just like a standard wellness appointment. But he's gonna go in early September, get another shot, get a little initial checkup. I'm sure they'll weigh him then. My Mr. Moosey's growing real quick. What else is happening in September? My birthday's coming. How far are we away? 1 week, 2 week, 3. 1 week, 2 week, 3 weeks. We're exactly 3 weeks away from my birthday. What do I want for my birthday? I want a puppy. I got one. Woo! All done. Looking at people's faces feels intimate to me. Don't like it. Default to noticing bone structure. So whenever I comment on a person resembling another person, it's on a skull level. September birthday twins. Mine's on the 8th. When's yours? Getting to know each other in kindergarten. You want the pants for your birthday? Oh, these ones. For a second I'm thinking, what pants? Have I been talking about pants? I haven't been clothes shopping. I got my new dog walking bag. I've been wearing it as a like a hip bag, or a fanny pack as we say in North America. I feel extremely cool. I was fashion incarnate this morning. I had pink sweatpants with holes in them. I had a bright blue giant pullover sweatshirt with a giant fish on it. I had my hip bag, and I had my denim bucket hat with a flower embroidered on it. I was the coolest kid in town. Ironically, but also genuinely, you know. You want to drop me some skinned whelp shoulders? You are fashion. I'm September 7th. The 11th, 3 days apart. That is a fit. Vogue will call. I got the dog mom drip on point. Any shoulders? Nope. Okie dokie. Hey, look at that. It's a Spangnum. Syndragosa would just be for a mark. We mostly want Lich King. We mostly want Lich King because there's weapons we need. Hi, sweetie. You're back. You're back. Razzie let you out of that vault. Can't wait to wear exclusively sweatpants outside again. It's been too hot for sweatpants for the last couple of days. My linen pants got a real workout because it was just way too toasty to be wearing sweats. But this morning was finally cool enough. It was like under 15 Celsius. So I was able to actually go outside in sweats. It was nice. I'm still wearing them. I'll wash them tonight. You never know what you get on them anymore. My clothes do not stay as clean as they once did. I love calling Razzie Razzie Bear. I don't think I've heard that one before. September 7th also. I enjoy the fact that every few years my birthday is a national holiday. Labor Day? My birthday used to occasionally, as the 8th, and I'm sure you had this as well, depending on how school works wherever you live. We used to occasionally have the first day at school be my birthday because school always started the day after Labor Day. And sometimes, through coincidence or whatnot, that would be on September the 8th. I don't know how they calculate Labor Day, but sometimes the first day back would be my birthday. And that was always, I was always kind of jealous of people that had summer birthdays because they got to have like big like pool parties and beach parties. And it's, you know, I would have my party on like the Saturday closest to it. You know, I would still have a party, but I was kind of jealous because it wasn't on my birthday. And when I was 10, that seemed very important to me. The fact that I had to go to school for the first day back on my birthday seemed like a great injustice. Basically fall now, guys. Also got my favorite fall candles. Nice. I was kind of dreading fall because I was enjoying summer so much. I was enjoying the fishing and the hiking, but this last heat wave, combined with the fact that my puppy dog really likes chasing falling leaves, has made me fall positive. I'm in favor of fall. I'm gonna take him to cafes, not into them, but take him to cafes, get some autumn themed coffees and hang out. Especially when he chills a little bit more. I love his puppy energy. I'm taking lots of videos. It will be nice when he's a grown-up dog, though. Winter birthdays would like a word. Anchorage getting cooler. Chilly, rainy summer. Blah, but fall this year. Birth sucker for pumpkin candles and such. He has... I'm going to be that person that always talks about my dog for a considerable amount of time. My doggy has some cookies that are pumpkin apple. They're pumpkin apple, and he likes them. And they smell like apple Nutri-Grain bars. They smell exactly like those Nutri-Grain bars that are kind of like a soft... It's not really granola. It's like a soft-baked bar that has like an apple jam in the middle of it. And that is precisely what those cookies smell like. I haven't eaten any, but I probably could. Those ones don't have any meat in them. Mother's birthday, December 24th. Stopped enjoying birthday parties after 16. Yeah. I had a couple of, in my drinking years, I had a couple of like going to the bar or whatever for my birthday. I did that probably once or twice. And then it was kind of all downhill after there. Then it was a few years of dinner, and then it was a few years of, well, never mind. And then birthdays kind of devolved. Nowadays, when there's a birthday in the family, we all kind of get together at somebody's place and we'll order some food and somebody will bring a cake and we'll just kind of have some food and it's very nice. But yeah, birthdays kind of get lower octane. Well, they don't have to. Lots of people do really cool things for their birthdays throughout their entire lives. Just not so much me. I'm all right. I got a puppy for my birthday. I just got one early. Which might be the best possible way, because otherwise I would have been extremely busy potty training on my birthday. Get to decide what we had for dinner that day for a few years, but no party. Mom's birthday is December 26th. Christmas gifts double his birthday. Yeah, that's the trouble with the birthdays on top of the holiday. Start senior year in 10 days. Almost an adult. 100% terrified. Oh, you're gonna have fun. I hope you're gonna have fun. I didn't particularly have a great time at school, but I still like senior year. It's like the year that you have the most, I mean, we just called it grade 12 in Canada, but it's the year where you have the most like independence. Maybe you get to like choose a couple of your courses, you know, you get to think big thoughts about your future. You haven't asked me for any advice, and I acknowledge that. If I was going to give any unsolicited advice, I would just say that it all seems incredibly important, and it is, but nothing's life or death. You know, you make these decisions that seem life or death, like, are you going to do post-secondary? Where are you going to go? What are you going to study? Who are you going to hang out with? Maybe you're in a relationship, you know. These things all seem like crazy important, and they are, but it's not the end of the world to make mistakes with them, and you can't do everything perfectly. I was very wound up and uptight about doing the right thing at that age because it all seemed so monumental. And then within 5 years, I had reversed all of it. And then within another 5 years, I had gone a completely different direction. It's great to have a plan for life, but I wouldn't stress about it too much because sometimes plans change anyways. Just, you know, enjoy your friends. Enjoy your hobbies. Pets and puppies. Good stuff. Kind of missed childhood because there was no responsibility yet. All the things you thought were important as a kid don't matter long term. I've heard that take a lot. I personally really prefer, and I think it's partly because I have like the most blessed adulthood where my responsibilities are pretty manageable and I have like the luckiest job in the whole world, so I think that helps. But I did not care for being a child. I have had a much better time as a grown-up because I did not like the lack of control. When you're a kid, everyone makes your choices for you and you don't get to say anything about it. Other people are in charge of everything and it's not up to you, or at least it wasn't for me. And I had a lot of anxiety because you never know when someone's going to throw you into something that doesn't feel right, or you're not having fun, or you don't like this, or you have a lot of anxiety and nobody cares because you're a kid and they're like, listen, just go, you'll have fun. And you're like, I had a much better time as an adult when I was able to make more of my own choices. and you know, childhood had some wonderful memories, but on the whole, even when being a grown-up has sucked, it has been better than being a child. Good add-on for mount collection. All the things. All the things is good. I like Mount Journal Enhanced just for showing me more info in my mount journal. For figuring out what mounts I want to farm next, though, I usually turn to Simple Armory. I like the way that Simple Armory lays out my mount collection. Glad you are not so uptight and obsessed with doing things right anymore. Thank you. I know you may not have meant that in 100% good faith, but I'm taking it in good faith. I have relaxed a lot, thank you very much. Rarity. Oh yeah, Rarity's good too, that's true. Last big birthday party I had was for 25. Would you ever like to do another one? Could never figure out my peers would rather hang out with adults when I was a kid. Yeah, I had that one too. Teachers give you the talk about how you don't try your best and be serious will never amount to anything in life. Yeah, hopefully they don't still, I mean, I'm sure some teachers will always do that, but yeah, I didn't find that true either. Having difficulty in one area does not mean that you will always have a difficulty there, and it also doesn't mean, you know, maybe that thing isn't super important for your life path. There's so many ways to live your life. Alright, would you like to give me some weapons? Oh my goodness, thank you so much. I needed both of those. I no longer need to do 10-man Heroic Lich King on this character anyways. What about on other characters? What else we need? 10-man Heroic Lich King? Crossbow. Crossbow, that's it. Sick. Maybe I'll have a big to-do for 40. You know what? I was genuine. Oh, well then thank you very much. For my birthday, all I asked for the last 40 years is a pound of bacon cooked for me. That's it. Are you a dog? A pound of bacon? Holy moly. Hey, you like what you like? That sounds like a happy birthday. Yeah, that add-on is all the things. It's good stuff. Okay, well, I didn't get the legs that I wanted, though, so we're gonna get out of here, clean out the bags a little bit. I think scrap can still help me with that. Clean out the bags a little bit, and then try another character. Have at it again. It's almost 500 grams of bacon. First real play date. Gonna do my homework now while they just came over. Oh man. That's funny. Kids are funny. My nephew, who's a year and a half old or so, he's working up to 2 years, which is crazy to think that that happened that quickly. He was over at my place yesterday and we were hanging out, and his mom was having some sparkling water, some just grapefruit flavored sparkling water. And my nephew really wanted it. And my sister's like, "You're not going to like it. You can try it. We're not going to like it." And he like drinks a little bit and then he's like, "Ah!" And he like lets it dribble all down his front. And we're like, "Yeah, told you. Gotta learn." Oh, he's funny. He loves lights. He wants nothing more than to turn lights on and off and on again. Do I have scrap turned on? Add-ons, scrap. And then if I have it turned on, do I have the settings that I want for it? Options, add-ons, scrap. Yeah. Okay. I feel like they've updated this. Oh yeah, look at this. That's all unusable, low-level, soulbound gear. It's not selling the BOEs. It does sell grays, so you gotta be careful with that. If you are still learning them, or if you're trying to like learn every item ID, you would have a hard time with that. But that is exactly what I wanted it to do. Wonder why it didn't sell the offhands. No sell price, that's why. That's why. No sell price? What do you mean, no sell price? Draysky, thank you very much for the 18-month resub. Congratulations on the new puppy. You are truly the kind of pet parent that everyone should aspire to be. Aw. We're doing our best. No one's perfect, but thank you very much. Jack Samir also, I'm so sorry I missed it. It was half an hour ago. A 28-month resub saying, "Hello Hazel, congrats on adopting Moose. I hope you guys are having a great time." It's been real good. They pushed an update. If you sell grays, it auto adds to your collection if usable. Yeah, the trick though is if it's like a gray that you wanted to learn on a different character, like maybe it's not usable on that character, but you wanted to mail it, that's what you got to watch out for. I do like the update though, where it will learn the ones that you could have learned anyways. That's nice. Oh, helps out. You know what? I can't sell these things. Nobody wants them. Nobody wants them. And it's this white shirt. Ring, green. No sell price. I can't believe how much Mog I got from that ICC run. I can't believe getting 2 Lich King weapons. That's so lucky, because as soon as you don't need stuff from Lich King anymore, saves you a ton of time on your run, because that's like all role-playing. It's all RP. I must not have Leatrix on if they're making me type the delete thing. Let me take a look. Leatrix? Hello? Excuse me. I'll see you later, kitty cat. You can go say hi to the puppy for me. Leatrix Plus. Yeah, it's off. There we go. Hi, new puppy mom and chat. Hi, new puppy mom and chat. Hope everything's going great. Thank you. How do you go about mount farming? By expansion? Mostly by expansion. When I first started, I focused on dungeon and raid drop mounts, and I started with the oldest ones. So I was farming like Onyxia's Lair for the Onyxian Drake, and I was farming Strathholm for Baron Rivendare's mount, that kind of thing. I was kind of going roughly chronological order, mostly instance mounts, but you can really do it any which way that you like. So now, if I delete that, it should just be like, yeah, okay, you don't have to type. You've made your choices. Live your life. That's Leatrix that does that. Anyone want to buy? I don't even have Auctioneator on this character. What am I doing with my life? Motes of Harmony? Yeah, good. It's always nice to have gold on you, because you never know when you're going to run into a vendor that you forgot you hadn't bought transmog from yet. Primordial Serenites. Sure, yep, very good. Okie dokie. No one wants Frostwave, really. Let's grab another leather character. Have at it again. See if we can get our 10-man heroic Unrelenting Bloods. Barnacles. I forgot I put him in that. Oh, Barnacles, my boy, it's your turn. Trying to get the motivation to farm protoform synthesis. You can do it. Have frozen blueberries. Should try them in muffins. Do chocolate chip or something instead. Frozen blueberries are really good in muffins. If you mix them in with like a mixer or into the batter early, they will maybe turn your muffins kind of purple. If you want your muffins, which is fine, it's just cosmetic. If you want your frozen blueberries in your muffins and you want them to not be purple, you kind of drop them in like after, gently. You can kind of like pop them on the top of it. You can do the same thing for blueberry pancakes. I never really mind purple muffins. I use frozen blueberries all the time. I'm going to... Am I in the right dollar run? Nope. Sure am not. That's a look. How can you forget? Trying to go buy expansion for map farming that randomly went for whatever sounded cooler to get. Now I'm disorganized. Yeah, when in doubt, pick a thing. Just stick to the thing. Just stick to the thing until you feel like you've either got it or you're not having fun anymore. It's tough though. I'm kind of the same way. All the things random has been nice to give me a little bit of direction with mog farming. Otherwise, I think I would be going insane. I'm always here to push for more raspberry baked goods. How do you find the motivation to play if you aren't feeling like WoW a bit? I kind of don't. I don't force it. If I'm not in the mood, I just won't. I will, if I'm not in the mood, I will do something else. A lot of the times I'll just turn off the computer and go, you know, make some muffins, play with the puppy now that I've got a puppy dog, pet the cat, fold laundry, etc. But I do so many different things that it takes a lot for me to get bored because I will bounce between alt leveling, mod collecting, mountain petting, toy collecting, raiding, Mythic Plus, and PvP. So I stay pretty busy. I would probably take more breaks if I only did one or two of the things. Other games too. Other games are good. There's lots of stuff people like. People are having a lot of fun with Baldur's Gate, I think. The other day, when you warmed up the muffin, I got the biggest hankering for a muffin. Went and bought blueberry muffins that night. I'm an influencer. Was it delicious? Was it good? Tomorrow is Goldanaroni and Cheese Day. That's true, actually. That is true. Mr. Moose is awake. My partner's in there with him. He's all right. If you toss your blueberries in flour before folding them in the batter, it helps. I had never heard that tip before. I may need to try that. Toss them in flour first. That makes sense. Raid difficulty, heroic. Raid difficulty, 10 man. Good. Attempting to organize a guild out of coworkers for season 3, so wish me luck. Your guides will be mandatory homework. I hope you guys get it together. It's always so fun when you have a guild that's like, a lot of the best guilds I've been part of have like, not the whole guild, but the core of the guild was based around like an IRL group of people that already knew each other. Those are always really cool. Played Elden Ring for the first time yesterday. It's so good. Now I want some blue box mac and cheese. I could go for some mac and cheese for lunch. Do I have leftovers anymore? It's finally not in heat wave anymore, so I can actually turn my oven on again. I've got some like frozen, I've got a frozen lasagna, a frozen veggie lasagna, and I've got some frozen pizzas too. I like how Canada calls it craft dinner. That's what it is, craft dinner. KD. I mean, unless you're buying a different brand, but who would do such a thing? KD is not as good as it used to be, but it's still good enough to scratch my nostalgia itch. I keep it on hand at all times. I don't eat it all the time. Maybe once a week, a little craft dinner lunch. I mix in frozen veggies to make myself feel better about the whole thing. Did you hear about the drama about Baldur's Gate 3? I did not. A streamer returned it because they bought it without knowing it was turn-based. Got extreme reactions. Huh. Seems like a mildly silly thing to do. I feel like I'm missing some context, though. It seems like a silly thing to do, but it also seems like a silly thing to get super upset about. You know, someone insufficiently researches a product, decides to return it when they discover it's not what they wanted. A little goofy, but maybe the thing is people thought they were trying to like ride the hype wave without paying for it. I don't know. Down here it's just called Kraft Mac and Cheese. Maybe you knew that already. Oh, you know what? You'd think I would have. I don't think I knew that. I didn't buy a lot of it. When I was in the States, I was an Annie's Shells kind of girl. It wasn't until I came home that I started hitting up the Kraft again. He's got, nothing for this particular character. That's fine. Annie's is good. I love Annie's white shells and cheddar. Talking about it's going to make me nostalgic for it. I should pick some up sometime. That sounds kind of yummy. I bet I could put some frozen veggies in that too. I keep like a big bag of like those basic frozen veggie mixes that have like corn and green beans and peas and stuff. And I just like mix them in with other things that I'm making. I understand it's not like a whole serving of vegetables, but it's like some amount of vegetables. And I'm just trying to keep myself off of the floor of being a total degenerate over here. I've seen Kraft Mac and Cheese made, never actually tasted it. I will go ahead and say that it's one of those things that if you don't have the nostalgia for it, it's probably not that yummy, and that's probably okay. It's not a health food. It's just a cheap food that a lot of people were given as children. I would say if I didn't have the taste for it, I would be like, this is pretty gross. It's not that good. I make it I make it my way. A lot of people have their own ways of preparing it. When I'm doing the sauce, when I'm being the sauce boss, I will use a little bit of margarine or butter if you have it, but we're not rich over here. Dog budget. A little bit of margarine, like a spoonful of sour cream, and then a little dash of milk. And I'll mix that in with the cheese powder. And then later on, when the bowl is prepared, I will grate a little bit of actual cheddar cheese on top of it, mix that in. And I will accept no slander on this subject. Really like the Trader Joe's one. I feel like I missed out on Trader Joe's. I only went like 2 or 3 times in the entire 7 years that I lived in the States. And I didn't really have a good time any of the times because the one I remember most, it was like I went for some forsaken reason in the middle of the day on a Saturday. It was kind of an annoying drive to get there because there wasn't one like right next to where I was living. I always had to like kind of take the freeway a bit to get there. It was an annoying turn off of it. And then it was just slammed in there. And I was like, here's a wonderland of products that I would like to browse and read, but I have to leave soon because it was like pandemic. So I already wasn't feeling very good about, even with masks and stuff, I was not feeling good about being in a store with that many people in it. And I was anxious because I was in a crowd. And it was just like, you couldn't look at anything because it was just a swirling vortex of Trader Joe's shoppers. So I had a very unhappy time. But the food looked nice. I think I might have liked it there. What do you do? Whoops. One of them gives me panic attacks. I avoid it. I also avoid Costco, even though I know I'm eventually probably going to have to come around on it because it is one of the most efficient ways to buy a lot of food here. Oh, but Costco's just stress me out. I think that one day I will get over it, but I will probably get over it by means of making a point to only go at like the quietest possible times, whether that's like first thing in the morning, early on a Sunday, when people are at church or sleeping in, or like evenings or something like that. Sometime when it's not busy, because I cannot do peak hour Costco. That's a good way to have a panic attack. Costco's my happy place. Over halfway done with gold calendar cup. Nice. There are Costco's around. There is not one like in Victoria. Our closest Costco here, there's one in Langford, which is not that far, but it's like a kind of the road to get there, the highway to get there during rush hour is not worth your life. So if you're going to go to the Langford Costco, you really got to time it to make sure that you are not heading the wrong direction on that highway at the wrong time of day. Otherwise, you are going to wish you had never been born. It will take you like an hour to get down like a 10-minute stretch of road. There's a lot of reasons why, but it sucks. So you can do it, but I choose to basically never unless it's like absolutely important. And the next closest one is even further up island, up in Nanaimo is the next Costco, which is much too far, and also I don't like it there. My apologies to Nanaimoans. It's not your fault. It's just never been my favorite place to be. But if I ever move out of town, I'm probably going to have to go shop at one of the two of those places because I'm going to, I don't know, especially if I have a big dog, I may need to get some dog food there. Do that with IKEA a lot. They have a web shop. You can plan your route in the store before going in. Oh. They have an online shop, so you can see, like, what sort of things. You can even get them, like, not DoorDashed, Instacarted to you, I think. You can get them delivered by third-party delivery people, which might be a solution. But I don't know if they have a map. Stores like to move things around. I think they do it on purpose. I read somewhere, and I think this is true, that they reorganize just for the sake of it every once in a while, because if they make you have to look for the things you're looking for, you might pick up other things along the way. And I loathe this because I really like knowing exactly where the things I'm looking for are, and I hate, hunting. Not my favorite. So, this is Hazel's grocery store rant. I wish they would just leave things alone, but they'll never do it because it's a sales strategy. I did not get the leggings of unrelenting blood. Boo. What do we got? Future Side still has a dagger, and then Velrithia still has some shoulders, and then we can try another character because aside from that, it's just Vank marks that we don't need. Also, I totally forgot to check to see if I got any Vank marks in the other character, but we can just farm that stuff on 25. Kind of like the milk trick. Grocery near me did that recently. Put detergent on the second floor. I didn't even know there was a second floor. Some shops have sensory-friendly hours. Would be a good time to go. I don't think I've ever heard of that. It sounds like a wonderful idea. Don't think it makes sense. IKEA, I feel like, at least on the... Our closest IKEA is on the mainland, so I don't go very often. Actually, I've never been to the IKEA here. I used to go to the IKEA in Portland every once in a while. But the place where you pick out all the boxes on the ground floor kind of stressed me out a bit because it was like a big open space with a lot of people and a lot of loud noises and stuff. Oh my word, another Precious's ribbon. They must have changed the drop rate, right? I'm already wearing one. Either that or this is just freaky. What if they just like drop more on 10-man heroic and nobody does it on 10-man heroic? What's the deal with that? That is Barnaclus's second Precious's ribbon. I'm pretty sure it's like the 4th or 5th one I've gotten. That's bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S, kitty cat. What else was I saying? Oh, the reason I think IKEA might be less stressful for some people is because while you're actually on the show floor looking at all the stuff, you don't have really long line of sight, so a lot of the people are kind of hidden. You won't have as many people kind of like in your immediate area. There's not so many things that are all within your field of view. You can kind of look through a space and then move to the next space and look through that one, and it's all a bit more manageable. Did I remember the thing? I did not remember the thing. Also, I'm not in a good movement speed spec. Specialization. Barnaclus doesn't even have a movement speed spec right now. Here, well... Where's Tiger Dash? Should be instead of Wild Charge. I like Tiger Dash better. Oh, maybe I unspent too many points. Yeah, Precious's ribbon is soulbound. Do you have the level 70 speed gear? No. I want to do it on at least one character per armor type, but I have not done it yet. Oh, I see. I can't do it while Dash is on cooldown. I don't think I would have ever done it for this character. I'm just kind of doing all my leather alt through ICC. Yeah, I haven't done IKEA in a long time. I actually don't think I really need to at this point in my life. I think I bought enough furniture that should last me. And also, I've been able to get some furniture for free. I've been able to get some either hand-me-downs or so-and-so's getting rid of something. Do you need this? Or in one or two cases, literally picking things up off the side of the street, that I'm pretty much set for furniture. I wouldn't get any more things. Uh-oh. I think my browser crashed. Are you guys still here? I think I'm still streaming. I've lost my chat window. Here, we'll go turn this on. Restore, please. Chrome, please. Yeah, you guys are still here. Hi. We are still here. Good. I'm glad that my whatchamacallit stream is not tied to my browser. Wormbin the Panda does still exist. He has not been leveled, but he is still accounted for, yes. Oh, do you and or company want to run a 21 Nelthairs with me later? I can't today. I have too many things on my schedule today. Company might be able to do it, but I'm a tough sell for keys recently. A little busy. Mr. Moose has appointments. Plus walks. Plus it's the one day of the week where I actually make a video. Furniture's starting to fail, but I refuse to replace it because I want the exact same thing I have now. I wonder if any of it's repairable. Sometimes that's hard. Sometimes it's hard to fix things up. I've always wanted to reupholster something, and I have not the faintest clue how you would go about doing it. Something about fabric staples. Skinned whelp shoulders. I can just skip the Crimson Hull. I don't need anything up there anymore. We were doing Putricide for a dagger that did not drop. And we're just going to go do Velrithia, and then we can be done for Barnacles. Did I kill Putricide? No, I didn't. I totally forgot to kill Putricide. Turn around. Whoops-a-daisy-do. Forgot. We try. Husband's like, let's just get new stuff. That's always tough. Maybe there's some things that you can compromise on. You get one thing fixed up and then a different thing that's not as important you can get new. Hi, sweetie. I think she's so happy I'm back to streaming again. I think she really missed our sitting and hanging out time. We're not like actively cuddling, but I think that this counts as Kira and Hazel time. She certainly doesn't sit in the chair when I'm not here, not unless she thinks I'm coming back. Starts to feel pretty good to skip large parts of raids. If only we could find the same thing, and I hate shopping. That's fair. That's fair. When I was young, I used to think I would never online shop because when I was really young, I didn't trust that it wouldn't all just like steal my credit card, which I guess is still a concern, but I feel like online shopping has become a lot more safe and accessible. And then I also was like, I don't know how to manage the delivery. What if it's not right when it comes? Like there's too many unknowns for me when I was young. And times change and you get over things. And now I buy almost everything that I buy online. I was going to say except for groceries, but oh, I got the scalpel I needed. We no longer need to do Putricide either. That's nice. At least on this character. Or druids. Yeah, times have changed. I buy clothes online. I will order groceries online and get them delivered. That's peak lazy. I don't even have to anymore. Sometimes I just do it because the $10 delivery fee is worth it to not have to go to the store. Especially if you're like busy and you just can't find a good time to go. Getting comfy with grocery delivery has been a godsend for me. Can you skip Putricide if you want to kill Lich King? I want to say no. I'm not 100%, but my instinct is that no, you would have to get to the last boss, you would have to do the wing bosses. Really enjoy Target delivery. If Kira played WoW, she'd be a Tolkien. Just do pickup orders, been so different since I went back to work. Value my off time now. Too fussy with substitutes and dates to get groceries delivered. Yeah. I've been burned by substitutes once or twice. The main thing, once or twice, I ordered canned baked beans. Bushes, if you must know. The vegetarian ones. I ordered canned vegetarian baked beans. This is something I sometimes have for lunch. And they would bring me occasionally, when I forgot to disallow substitutes for that item, they would bring me baked beans with meat in them. They would bring me baked beans with sausage in them. And those are not of any use to me because I do not eat that. So those items got food banked. Those items got donated to a food hamper. But it doesn't happen very often. And, you know, if it gets me to donate food, hi, kitty cat. It's always a nice thing to do. Doggy would love it. Probably too much sugar. Probably too much sugar for Doggy and canned baked beans. Keep getting the subs I declined anyway. Rinse them? You could. The food hamper is a perfectly fine solution, though. I think we're okay. Doggy's got lots of yummies. Doggy's got lots of yummy stuff. Skin to whelp shoulders. That's why I'm doing Velverithy. I was having a double take moment. If I can get those, then we're really speeding up here. Because I've done 2 druids, so I'll have Petal Bloom and Night Flame and Ripsy that can all do this. Petal Bloom. Petal Bloom's the only other character that can easily do Velverithy. After that, it's going to be Band-Aid season. There we go. Would you drop me some skin to whelp shoulder guards, pretty please? Don't think Husbando's getting kebabs today. Is it still really hard to get the Unborn Valkyr pet? It can be. But I've heard some reports from people trying it recently that have had some good luck with it. I think the competition's gone down some. Always worth a look. Okay, I no longer need anything from this difficulty on this character, so we are getting out of here. And we're getting out of here. We're gonna bring another character out. Because I still need these legs. Those legs of Unrelenting Blood. That's what I'm after. Less hard than it used to be. Remember to wear the skin to whelp shoulders when visiting the daycare in Veldraken. Speaking of things I have completely forgotten and or just neglected to do recently. I will one day in my life finish whelp daycare, but apparently that day is not soon. Oh yeah. Because today is mock farming, and then tomorrow is, you know, gold Anaroni and cheese. Gotta go try for the Nighthold mount. I'm gonna turn scrap on. Scrap is on. I'm gonna look at my scrap settings. Nope, not scarp. Scrap. Oh, it's not even a command. It's just an option. Let's make sure that we are low equipment. The only reason I don't do low consumables is sometimes I use like bonefish and stuff, and I don't want it to vendor that. But low and an unusable equipment, yeah. We can do that. Hello, Hazel. Hello, Jeremy. Well, take care a bit boring. I like the quests. I think they're very cute, especially if you're like reading everything and taking the time with them. It's just that I find it hard to do them on stream. I get a little too distracted. It takes me a little too long to get through them on stream, and I find myself getting frustrated that I'm not completing it smoothly enough. And then if I'm not streaming, it's like gone from my brain. I don't think about it at all. Do I keep the bonus precious as ribbon? I probably vendor the bonus precious as ribbon. I wonder why. Do I have safe mode on? Why is that not vendoring? I don't know. Who's to say? Don't need those. Don't need those. Those are a BOE. Be a cloth ICC BOE. Is that worth anything? Let me turn on TSM for a second. Trade skill master. Yeah, maybe the socket. Maybe the socket might do it. Hazel, I discovered today that dishwashers are so overrated. What's your take? So, speaking as a woman who is currently living in a household of 2 adults and then a cat and a dog, and does not have a dishwasher, I like dishwashers and I would like one back. I think for a single person, they're not necessary, but for 2 or more people, it's more water to wash dishes by hand unless you're like extremely talented with using minor amounts of water and like doing the sink fill and stuff. Dishwashers tend to use less water than hand washing dishes, plus it's less like hands-on time. I miss having a dishwasher, and I look forward to having one again one day. Even though when I lived on my own, when I was living alone, it wasn't such a big deal to not have one because I'd be like, I have a plate. It will take me 10 seconds to wash the plate. It's not such a big deal. But if you're cooking for two, it's a little bit more, it takes a little bit longer, so it's not the end of the world, but it would be nice to have one again. 100 gold, please. I want a donation for your birthday so you can get one. I live in a rental. It would be frowned upon for me to try to plumb a dishwasher. The building's not set up for it. You could do a countertop dishwasher, and I did some research into those because I was considering it. And what I discovered is that you need to hook them up. You either need to fill a reservoir with water or you need to hook them up to your sink. And not only does my faucet not have the threading it would need to hook up to it, but even if I somehow removed the faucet and threaded it, I wouldn't be able to use the sink while the dishwasher's hooked up, and I would have to unhook it up every time. It was just a mess. So I've elected to not go the dishwasher route for the time being. Hazel's saving up for a Hazel house that will have a Hazel dishwasher in it. I am kind of hungry. Take a snack break in a minute or so. Partner doesn't have a single feed bowl like Moose. Sometimes when we have salads or like we'll make rice bowls and stuff, we'll just eat them out of our mixing bowls because we have like little small cereal bowls or we have gigantic mixing bowls. There's no middle ground, and sometimes you want like a large bowl, so we just sometimes eat dinner out of like our giant mixing bowls. Barnacles. Petal Bloom. Petal Bloom, it is your time. Set up a fan fund for donations. This is very sweet. I want to do some more actual content work. You know, make some videos. Try and earn a little bit of money the old-fashioned way. Oh, I really appreciate all of the support you guys have given the stream in particular, though, because that's what has allowed me to build up the savings that I needed to have a nice comfy cushion so that Mr. Moose can have everything he needs. There's no vet emergency that we are realistically able to see that would be a problem for him or Miss Kira because we have a lovely little safety fund. So thank you guys. I will be right back. Okie dokie, I'm back. I had to see my puppy and scarf the other half of the granola bar that I opened yesterday, and it turns out kind of stale. I gotta stop leaving food out to finish later. Alrighty. We're doing ICC. Yeah. Does anybody buy bone shards? Here, let me do a little pet. I should do this on my main, actually. Oh, fine, I'll do it on my main. I have a bunch of extra pets I've picked up. I just need to cage them and post them and or delete them. I don't like carrying around duplicates in my inventory. And I have a bad habit of just like randomly posting auctions on all of my different alts, and then I get mail on all of them, and it's annoying. Did you see the Secrets of Azeroth event? I saw, but I didn't read. It's on my list of things to do today before, air. It's on my list of things to do today before I make the news video. I heard something, transmog, something, mount, something, pet. Those were the pieces that filtered through to my brain. Alright, I want pets that I have 2+ copies. And I want to cage extras. So we've got... It's mostly for the transmog farming that we've been doing. I just have like extras. If they're worth like under 100 gold, I'm probably not going to bother. I'll just delete them. But some of these might be sellable, especially if I like, you know, chuck it out there for cheap. There we go. Back to 1628 unique pets. You are so going to love the pet. Well, now I'm curious. I'll post these, then I'll take a look at it. All right, 100 gold. Nope, I'll just delete those. 200 gold. 25. Untamed hatchling. What about the whelp guard? 5 gold. You know what? It feels mean to not sell it at all. Yeah, I don't want to delete it. 15. Somebody take it. Blight breath, 5 gold. Tendril, 25 gold. Big spender for the tendril. Here we go. Do I need to sell any of this? Gold bubble poppy? Nobody needs that. Not me, anyway. Well. Okie dokie. Petal bloom. Petal bloom ICC time. Does partner know what you do? Does he think you go crazy? I think he knows. I have a feeling that he's figured it out. We also talk about stuff like that. There she goes, monologuing again. Petal bloom. Looking at the Secrets of Azeroth event. Pet's name is Tobias. Okay. Is it already in the pet journal? I bet it's on the Wowhead news page somewhere. Unravel the Secrets of Azeroth, beginning on August 31st, view original. Oh, kitty cat, come back. Rumors are everywhere you go. Behind every rumor are secrets to be found. Lead to artifacts, hidden treasures. Beginning on August 31st. Put on your thinking cap, discover who is behind a string of theft, with the last clue revealing itself on September 13th. Keep your eyes peeled for daily secrets, new rumors, play a little Follow the Leader with some of your favorite community creators. I don't think that's me. If it was me, that's an email I did not see. I don't think that's me. Favorite community creators to discover some of the secrets Azeroth has to offer. To those who fortune favors, go the rewards. Here are some items you can add to your collections. Tricked out thinking cap. Cool. Torch of Pyroth. I like. Titan Key. Very nice. Very Kingdom Hearts. Patty the alpaca. Look, it's Patty. Deerstalker hat. And Tobias. Ooh, Tobias is like a light colored Milo. Right? With Deerstalker hats. Oh man, that's good. Look at the little hat. Kitty, do you think Mr. Moosey Moo would wear a hat? No. I need them. Yeah, that's good. You won't be left out if you don't get to play along each day. Every clue will remain available to be found long after the dust settles. Not planned as a regularly occurring holiday. We've heard a rumor there could be more secrets in the future. You just never know. Fun. That's neat. I'm looking forward to that. Not as much as I'm looking forward to getting some leggings of unrelenting blood from 10 Men. Ice Crown Citadel. Fury Forever, thank you for the 13-month reset. Congrats on the new pup. So exciting. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. A lot of the people I've been talking to, like neighbors and stuff, have been have been like, oh, how old? You know, congratulations. And then every now and then you get the reaction of, oh man, how old? Good luck. Or good luck. You've certainly got your hands full. There's been some, not skepticism, but a few people that are like, Godspeed, you know. That's a lot of puppy you got there. Also, I think the fact that he is like 14 weeks old, barely 14 weeks old, and he is a big puppy. He's obviously a puppy, but he is a large puppy. I think he's gonna be a big dog. We'll find out. Maybe he's just doing his growing early. Ice Crown Citadel. This one. That's just the husky, you know. Say anything more? Not especially. It's a news article on the regular World of Warcraft website, though. You can take a look for yourself if you like. I know. It's August, so I don't get to find out anytime soon, but I'm dying to see if he likes snow. I think he's gonna love snow. Hopefully he's got like a nice warm double coat by then. He's getting it in. His hair is getting, his fur's filling out every day. He's also got like a spot. He's got like a patch of undercoat. Like his back is all black, right? And his undercoat that he's starting to get in is sort of like a light tan color. But he's mostly getting it in like a big spot on his back, kind of by one of his shoulder blades. So he's got like a little patch. I don't know if that's just the first spot it's coming in or if he's just going to have a spot. Neither breed is small. Yeah, sometimes huskies aren't necessarily, like, they're kind of between medium and large, and German Shepherds can be large, but they can also be, like, you know, it's a pretty big range. He theoretically could be anywhere from, like, 60 pounds would probably be a low-end estimate for him. I would not be surprised if he's more like 75, 80, just based on how fast he's growing currently. But I wanted a big dog anyway. And had huskies. I was scared of dogs until she got her first one. He was the goodest boy. Loved to drag me around by my foot. ICC best mogs in WoW history. Maybe it's just nostalgia. I respectfully cannot agree, despite the fact that I am farming for them. I think it's just because it's very, like, it's a certain look that's just not really my thing. It's very, like, realistic and grim. It all looks like stuff that is genuinely, like, frozen scraps. And things that have been out here for a long time. And it's neat. It's just, I like, what do I like in my transmogs aside from skimpiness? Drama. Color. Architecture. There's a lot of, like, wooden spikes going on. Nighthold for best mods? I liked, what did I like? Mop has some good ones. Throne of Thunder. Throne of Thunder, Heart of Fear has some really cool mogs. Heroic. 10 man. We need more pink mogs. I agree. It is also. Oh, as long as he doesn't outgrow you. You mean Mr. Moose? You mean one day Mr. Moose might be like, Mom, I'm a big dog now. It's time for me to go get my big dog owner. I'm moving on. I think he likes us. He's so happy to see me whenever I go see him. He does the cutest thing where he just kind of like curls his body into like a little C shape and he leans against your legs and he's wagging his tail and he's giving you kisses. At first he wanted to bite me on the chin when he did that, and I think we've successfully not had that. We've put an end to that now, which is nice. It was giving Mom pimples. What do you think the new expansion will be about? I have no original ideas. I would parrot whatever the smart people are saying. Something about the Emerald Dream again. Something about Old Gods, probably. I don't know. As long as there's a Mythic Plus season and some transmog to collect, I'm happy. Happy you have doggy. Everyone needs doggies. I needed a doggy so bad. I wanted a doggy. Puppy dog. Canine. Woof. I wanted my own woof. Like, with all my heart. And I want a lot of things with all my heart, and you can't always have them. But I'm so happy. He's also like the perfect puppy. I know I'm bragging, but he's the best. He's just the best boy. He's so sweet and lovely and friendly, and he tries very hard to be well behaved, and we're showing him how to you know, what kind of things we want, and it's all going really well, which I appreciate. Okay, we could get a chest guard of the Frigid Noose from Madam Death Whisper over here. That would be cool. We basically just need to do up to Velrithia. The item that we want is Office Arfang. Torn expansion. All beef, all the time. No luck with the chest piece. New leak on MMO Champ. It sounds believable. With all due respect, I don't have it in me to look at leaks anymore. They're either true or they're not. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't really... Don't get me wrong. I love WoW. I enjoy playing it a lot. I play every day. Except for last week when I was playing with my puppy. But, oh, I missed the elevator. I'm just kind of content with whatever happens. I'm not that curious about the future, you know? I'll find out when it's real. If it's like... I don't see a whole lot of point in getting excited or angry about things that aren't even confirmed yet. And then even when they announce things, I don't see a whole lot of point in getting excited or angry about them because it's not until they come out. And then once they have it out, then you play the game and it's good. It's good stuff. Play WoW. Eat food. Go to bed. Happy day. Bragging about puppies is allowed. Want more coat kind of mogs? Palia has some really nice clothing. Get a puppy pick? I'll try and get a good one. So much content in the game anyway, so any new expansion is just a bonus. Agree. Enjoy the moment. It's not my best instinct when it comes to content creation because I think there's a lot of there's a lot of content. There's a lot of perfectly good, engaging content that you can make that is related to speculation and there's probably a lot of really good work that's done in the community about figuring out ahead of time whether or not something's going to be good and then giving feedback on it that helps shape the game into something that's enjoyable for everyone. It's just not really something that I do. I'm not built for it. At the risk of sounding dismissive, I kind of don't care until it's out. Snippet a puppy video in the Saturday news again. Let's see what I can do. Sad they haven't made old mouse do dragon riding yet. May have had my hopes up. Betcha it's coming. I mean, it is coming. I'm just, I betcha. I just wonder when. We just don't know when yet. Oh, I'm Horde. That's why I have to go all the way around. I went the wrong way, didn't I? Maybe I'll get like a BOE or something. No. Look at me. I'm getting Ashen Verdict rep. Wow. Would you look at that? Add-on that tracks drops. This is all the things. All the things. It's great stuff. Fantastic. Phenomenal. It's got all kinds of different settings that can help you narrow it down to exactly what you're looking for. And I really like that it has a lot of hotkeys that you can set up. I didn't do this for a long time, but these days I have different hotkeys that I can do to toggle like account mode versus character mode. So I can see like how many things my account needs from ICC versus how many things this character could get. I can toggle the mini list or the overall main list with keybinds now. Although in combat that one's not going to work. I don't know if I'm in combat or what, but I'm a big fan. It makes Mog farming real fun. Just want to play whatever they give me, decide after if I like it or not. Yeah. I'm the same way with movies and books and stuff. I used to have a habit of like reading reviews and like trying to figure out if something was good before I got into it. And I would kind of drive myself nuts doing that. Plus half the time I would spoil something important, or I wouldn't want to watch something because I knew there was something like heavy or sad or scary in it, despite the fact that it's really good. I would like talk myself out of it because I'd be like, oh, I don't want to watch a thing about something that's that difficult. But then if I had like just gone and watched it, it would have been fine. And at a certain point in my life, I decided to just try my best to just pick things that sounded good to me, read them or watch them or whatever, and then decide for myself if I like it and not worry too much. You know, it's fun to see what other people think. But I was basing too many of my own opinions off of it, and it was kind of getting me down. So sometimes you just gotta find out for yourself. Good day. Hello. Hope you're doing good. Haven't had a chance to catch a stream in a long time. Hello, Atomic Panda. I am doing very good. I recently adopted a puppy, and it's all I can talk about. If certain people who share my taste recommend it, more inclined to give it a go. That's a very good point. There's something nice about narrowing down which people you know or follow have similar taste to you, because those recommendations are worth their weight in gold. Puppy. His name is Moose. His space is not in this room right now. This is a Kira room. Miss Kitty Cat is in a chair behind me in the room right now. But I put some video of him in the most recent news video, and I post some stuff to my Instagram stories sometimes. He's a German Shepherd Husky puppy that's about 3.5 months old. Don't forget your loot. Oh, true. Do I need anything from there? I think I might need... Yeah, I need Midnight Sun still. I always forget the Horde chest. Thank you. No luck. We want the leggings from the next boss. Is what we're after here. Reading another young adult series because it just seems fun. Like the vibe so far. It reminds me of... you know, just being like a kid or a teenager and just going to the library and being like, that's a cool dragon on the cover or whatever. And then just like taking it, you know, checking it out, taking it home and reading it on nothing more than just like, well, that's a cool title, or I've read a different book from that author before. You know, I didn't used to need quite so much convincing before. And I read some stinker books, but I read some great books that way too. It's nice to kind of discover something a little bit. Madam Rachel, thank you very much for the 6-month resub. Happy half a year. You're here. I have missed you. Love the puppy pics and Insta. Hope you're having a good time introducing him to your house. Thank you. So far, so good. Going nicely. Going real well. OST, what I would do if I were you is I would watch The Great Push, because this stream will be available as a VOD. You can catch up on it later. And nothing that we're doing right now is that time sensitive. Nobody's gonna spoil the Hazel stream. I don't think. You're not gonna, like, you know, go into a different Twitch stream and have somebody be like, did you hear? She got the leggings of Unrelenting Blood, you know? You can catch up on this anytime. Great Push is a little bit more, like, time sensitive. Did I get them? I did get them! See? No spoilers necessary. I got my 10-man heroic leggings of Unrelenting Blood. I have run this raid, like, 11 times for those, I think. Holy mackerel. Nice. I'm free from ICC. I can pick a new item. I'm still gonna go do Velrithia. I'm just gonna beeline right for Velrithia because she's got my skinned whelp shoulder still, but after that I can get out of here. No more. Nah, not ever, but like for now. We can take a break from it. Would read a lot more random books if I visited libraries more. I mean, now I'm kind of hunting for all those different random books that I checked out as a child from libraries because I'm like nostalgic to read them again. There's lots of libraries around here, although I think it's frowned upon to bring dogs into them, so they're not top of my list of places to go in the near future. You're almost done on Heroic 10-man on Druids. It's not nothing. It's decent progress. Plus, I didn't even have to bring Ripsy or Nightflame out here this week, so that's nice. If I'm really lucky, I'll get those skinned whelp shoulders, but feeling a Searing Gorge chest item. Don't I also need something? I still need a two-handed mace from Blackwing Lair. I think I do that before I reroll. I think that's my other thing that I'm currently working on. Is I take druids and other characters that can learn two-handed maces, and I do lair clears. I watched the City of Bones movie. Never saw it, despite my obsession with those books back in the day. Bad movie. I remember when all of not all of, but basically almost all like movies that were adapted from like nerdy or young adult or even sci-fi, like it was all kind of bad. It was so exciting when Lord of the Rings movies came out and they were amazing. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm talking out of my butt. Star Wars was, well, was Star Wars a movie first? I'm gonna lose my nerd cred if I keep talking. I'm gonna shush now. I don't know what kind of point I'm trying to make, and it doesn't matter. Can I have some skinned whelp shoulder guards, please? Pretty, please? Thank you. Can I have the shoulders? Nope. Ah, well, what do you do? Blackwing Lair, anybody? The team with the Guardian Bird, H-Trowel, Ogmooker, S-Priest, and Fire Mage is doing the best and will win. Hey, I think the Twilight movies are actually underrated. I mean, the first one, anyway. The first one's kind of, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's, like, cheesy, but it's kind of everything. It's sort of iconic. I didn't like them. I didn't like the Twilight movies when they first came out because I love the Twilight books. I was like 12 or 13 when the Twilight books came out, so I was in love with them. I was over the moon into them. But through whatever turn of events, I did not find Robert Pattinson, and my apologies to him, he seems wonderful. I did not find him attractive in the slightest. I did not understand the hype for him. It just wasn't my cup of tea. Apologies to Robert Pattinson. I'm sure he's very handsome. And I couldn't believe that that was Edward. I don't know who I wanted. I don't know what I had in mind, but it was not working for me. So I had no investment in it when the movies came out. Later on, I went back and watched them like a couple of years ago, and I was like, oh yeah, this is fun. But at the time, absolutely not. Wasn't for me. Wasn't my thing. Add-ons. Options. Add-ons. Scrap. Unusable low equipment. Yes, please. Check marks on my inventory are from Can I Mog It? They're telling me whether or not I've learned various appearances. Those ones are learned from another item, so maybe I'll be extra and I'll send those to a Clothy to like equip. Allison can have those legs, and then Crinkle can have the plate shoulders. Twilight movies, unironically great cinematography and soundtrack. Underrated? Because everybody loves to hate on them, and I thought they were alright. He's okay, not my type, but I'm too old for him anyway. Yeah, I don't think I understood the concept of people desiring strong jawbones. Just was never really my thing. Did you find Kristen Stewart attractive? At the time, I hadn't thought about it. More recently, yeah, who wouldn't? But, oh man, Kristen Stewart, she did like an SNL like a year or two ago, and I watched all of like the shorts and the videos and stuff, and she's grown into such like a presence. She just has like the chillest, I don't know if I've never met her, but she has a very chill on-screen energy that I like a lot. Where am I going? It's not Nighthold time. Oh, you know what it was? I ported to Dalaran to start a flying to Nighthold. I'm going to Blackwing Lair. That's what I'm doing. The baseball scene's the best bit. What did you think? I didn't see Batman. I didn't see it. She also did the music video for Boy Genius. What else did I watch her in? Oh, Happiest Season? Was that it? Was that what it was called? It was like a cheesy Christmas rom-com that I kind of love. And she was fun in that too. I liked that a lot. What am I doing? Blackwing Lair. That's right. That's right. Yeah, the sparkles were goofy. The sparkles made it like such easy low-hanging fruit for hating on for teenagers around my age group, especially the boys, because they'd be like, listen, vampires should be gory and scary and not glittery. And they had a point, at least traditionally speaking, but I'm sure there was just one or two boys that would prefer that the girls were paying more attention to them and less attention to, you know, Team Edward and Jacob, etc. Which rom-com? I want it. Let me double check the name of it. It's like a Christmas romantic, it's like a Christmas romantic movie. Happiest Season? Yeah, 2020. It was on Netflix. Yeah, it's like a Netflix 2020 holiday movie. It's not like an Oscar-winning film. I do not want to mislead you, but if you like cheesy holiday rom-coms, I gotta get a kick out of it. I liked it. Super pretentious teen, though. Favorite movie? Ghost World, Donnie Darko. What is my favorite supernatural creature? I don't know why I'm taking this so seriously. I'm like, is it unicorns? No, unicorns are alright. What about fairies? No, something else. What are the other options? Supernatural creature. Favorite supernatural creature. Dragons. Aragon made me want my own dragon that I could telepathically communicate with and fly around places very badly. Dragons. You'd think I'd be more excited about Dragonflight. I was all about like the personal beast, you know, the familiar, the beast or magical creature bestie that was like connected with you, that kind of thing. That's why I love my kitty cat and my doggy so much. You're mating a dragon, playing a shapeshifter right now. That is a good point. That is a good point. Anything to do with animals. I know that some supernatural creatures are like animal hybrids, but I just, yeah. I did do all the calendar races. I did not do them on the highest of difficulties. I didn't like do all gold advanced or anything like that. But I did enough of them on enough characters to get the whole transmog set, and I decided I didn't really want the Drake Watcher customization, so I'm out. You want to befriend a dragon, not to be a dragon. Yes, I think that's right. Was it Animorphs? I did kind of want to shapeshift as a kid, though. I think Animorphs might have done that to me. I read a lot of Animorphs books as a kid. And I used to think that, man, if I could just turn into like a big bird or something, it would be so much faster to get to school. Because I walk to school. And when you have a big backpack full of books and stuff. Oh, I'm silly. I've done something wrong. I forgot. I swear I've been here before. I promise I know what I'm doing. I think I have to wait for it to reset. Whoops, a daisy. How do you make a clip? There should be a button on your player somewhere if you're asking seriously. Atlas lines. I don't think I've ever heard of that. Okay. Nope, gotta reset it. Should I just zone out? I might need to just zone out and actually reset it. Doors right here. Whoops, a daisy do. I also used to want to turn into like a cougar and then just like go hang out in the woods. Although I think that was because I didn't want to go to school. Raid difficulty. Oh no, raid difficulty is fine. Reset instances. Try it again. Wouldn't it be fun if that broke your ID for a week? Yeah, hilarious. It'll be real fun. I wonder if I can get this, the mace can't be that rare. I bet you I get the mace before I get the rest of the transmog from there. Would I prefer if new expansions set in old Azeroth zones that are remade? Not necessarily. I like new zones. I don't mind them giving old zones makeovers kind of like one at a time for patch content. Like how we did, you know, Vale and Oldham again in the end of BFA, or how we kind of revisited... I guess it was also BFA. I was going to say Darkshore and Arathi. I don't mind going back to like one old zone at a time for like some patch content. But for new expansions, I would rather them do new stuff than to take another coat of paint to the old stuff. All right. Okie dokie. There we go. Want them to revamp Deepholm, do something there? Yeah, that would be kind of cool. Wish Teal Scales had been for a different model of dragon. They make that dragon much prettier. Oh. I looked at a couple screenshots, and maybe it was just my monitor colors, but it just kind of looked blue. You are talking me into it a little bit. Maybe I'll look into it. There's just so much transmog to farm. So on this character, if we look at zone drops, it's the Draconic Maul. This item here, the Draconic Maul, is the thing that I'm specifically looking for from on my quest, on my all the things random quest. But clearly I need quite a bit of Druid tier. Blackwing Lair's awful to get stuff from. I can't believe you finished it, Jeff. It's because you have to get the specific, there's no tokens back in Classics. So you have to get the specific tier piece to drop for your character. Any luck? Nope. I'm just going to delete these things. They're not really worth it. Blackwing Lair pets, even Creminius, not so much. Lack of healers for pugs makes me want to try healing. You have the same instinct as me. I don't know if it's like my most self-preserving instinct, but sometimes I hear that like people are needed in a thing, and I'm like, ooh, a niche. I could fill that. Who do you need me to be? I just want to be needed. You should try healing though. I think it's fun. Maybe Ogvoker as a compromise. The last Pally Helm was 4 paladins a week for like 3 months. Holy moly. Looked cool tone teal, more bluish than green. Still a mix of the two. We were doing Aberrus achievements recently, and we were working on, I don't know if you guys have done this one. There's an Aberrus achievement for Rashok that has that big frog jumping around, and you have to hit the frog with the searing slams. We had 3 evokers in the group at the time. There was a lot of rescuing going on to try to get people to the frog in time because the frog would jump at the last moment because we did not pull correctly at our pull timer. We discovered when working on that achievement that we always use pull timers and we have a strong tendency to pull on 1. And our achievement leader recognized this and was like, well, what if I start it 1 second earlier? Because I know you guys are going to pull on 1. So he started it earlier and then we pulled on 2. Whoops. Okay. I'm gonna kill these ones. These guys could drop my maul. They did drop my maul. Thank you. That's exactly what I needed. It's a cool appearance too. Where is it? I lost it. There it is. Wow. Congrats. Thank you very much. So now I really do need a new random all the things. I'm still going to finish this clear to see if I can get any of the stuff from Nefarian, but... I'm gonna... I know you can get knocked up there, but I'm not gonna try. Come along with me. And then I'm gonna stop, like, right here. Aw, bonked the ceiling. Back it up, back it up, back it up. Maybe there? You're trying to get kicked up over this hill. I was gonna say, how do they... Oh, oops. Wrong angle. How did they possibly hurt me? But it's the fall damage that hurt. Kill a pack, get an epic. Sometimes you're just that lucky. I did this a handful of times. Yeah, there we go. That's the stuff. I did this a handful of times last week on a number of vaults without getting it. But sometimes you get lucky. Barth Vader, thank you very much for the 10-month reset. Hi, Hazel. Hello. How you doing? Do you know the mechanics of Veil of Straws? It was a cool fight back then. Not in the slightest. No idea. It would all be news to me. I've gone the wrong way. I've gone very much the wrong way. Shifting breaks you from the slow for like a second. So you can kind of sort of stutter step your way through. I think I don't need... There's one more zone drop, and it's from the Death Talon Worm Guards, so I only need to kill those. These big guys. Those could have my shirt here. This chest piece. The rest of this stuff we're not so worried about. Creature Death Talon Worm Guard. Yeah, okay. Those are Overseers. Worm Guards. Always run this with the Skinner, so I don't do the skip. Did not know the skip. I was stubborn about it for a long time. People told me about it, like, literal years before I got over myself and decided to do it. Like, no, I'm okay. I've got Ghost Wolf. To be fair, Ghost Wolf's not bad for that. If a raid has a chase mount, pets are worth very little. Yeah, it makes sense. Drudge Ghoul. Drudge Ghoul was money, though. Nobody does that raid on that difficulty. Oh, you could have a Dragonhide belt. Oh, that's because it's the boss. That's right. Any luck? Nope. Okie dokie. Worm Guards could have Shadow Jerkin. Nope, not so much. Chromagus has shoulders, and the Nefarian has helmet and chest piece. It's a nice short raid after, you know, if you can skip the trash, it's a nice short raid. That's basically the longest part, is getting through those hallways. Hey, I got the shoulders. Those are antler shoulders, right? Like leafy? Oh, no, they're not. They're toothy. That's different. I was confusing them with something else. Looking forward to Minari customizations for Draenei? Yeah, I had some notions about making a Draenei Warlock alt, but I think my transmog obsession kind of displaced my alt leveling, so I'm not really leveling anything new right now. I'm mostly just farming for Mog. AQ goo guy sells for bit. Yeah, it makes sense. Oh, man. I forgot about him. I don't like that boss. Viscidus. More like... No, I got nothing. Tend to opt for the 100% trash clear. Starts at 20%, blows up your tanks periodically, cannot be taunted. Excuse me. Pulses raid damage every second and gives you infinite resources. That is fun. What? Blows up your tanks periodically. As in, like, insta-kills them? Cannot be taunted. Holy moly. XP buff soon. Makes sense to take a break from leveling now. I want to get the antlers. There's antlers on the helmet, maybe. They're goofy. I don't know if I'm going to wear them, but I want them. Yeah, they're like big wooden antlers. Excuse me. Could you give me some stuff, please? Nope, not that time. However, I must have turned in his head because he didn't drop it for me again, so there's something. Let's get out of here. And then it's time, I think. I think it's time to roll a fresh all the things random. You need like 5 tanks that were all at the top of the threat meter in the 40-man raid era. Oh. Healing class, would you recommend to someone learning healing? I want to say Holy Priest, but I haven't played a lot of healers aside from Prevoker. And I cannot recommend Prevoker to somebody new. Prevoker's fun, but messy. A lot of interweaving stuff. Options and scrap. Scrap, you want to sell some stuff? Too random. It'll be next again. Hot jeez. My own personal rules are that I get to reroll if it's PvP. I get to reroll if it's like current, if it's unreasonable basically, which is very much a me determination. Here, I'm gonna turn TSM on for a second just to check and see if any of these greens are worth any appreciable amount of gold, so I can, you know, lowball them. But yeah, I basically reroll until I find something reasonable. So the hat, a couple hundred, might be able to get like 15 gold for that. Battle axe, again, a couple hundred. Sometimes you just gotta give back to the people. Somebody might need it for transmog. Nah, not worth it. Vendor. Icky. So, first of all, load up all the things. So I have 71.2% of stuff that druids could use. My account mode number is 54.76. We are creeping closer to 55%. Feel overwhelmed with my priest. It is a lot of buttons, that is true. And random. So our search filter is for an item. What's our next goal? Cold Bite War Boots. It's plate boots from a Pandaria Dread Waste quest. It's the first time it's given me a quest item. Alright. I'll bite. I always write these down because the window doesn't seem to last through like reloads and things. So I usually write down the name of the item, plate, and then the source of it. Dread Waste quest. I think that's a job for Crinkle. Maybe we'll get some other stuff along the way. That command is ATT random. Yeah. You guys got it. Happy you got an outside item? Yeah, it was about time. I mean, as much as I love farming instances, and I'm sure there's plenty of stuff in instances for it to give me later, I wonder if this is doable within 45 minutes for me while streaming with Puppy Brain. Puppy. Okay, I need to go. She hasn't done a time walking yet. She was gonna do one. We bought all the stuff, right? That she could learn. Yeah, okay. Let's go to Stormwind. Oh, she doesn't have a Stormwind cloak. All right, we'll go to Voldemort. Oh, you know, there's a Stormwind portal right there. It's right there. Come on. Come on, Crinkle, you can do it. It's deep storyline? Huh. Haven't done that quest line in a long time. Only Puppy all the time. Yeah, I'm gonna head out to the zone and then... Actually, here, let's find out. /ATT. And then we're gonna go back to character mode for this. 57.9% of plate stuff. Okay. Warrior Mog. Outdoor zones. Pandaria. Dread Wastes. Oh boy, I only have half of the quest Mog. Alright. So the item I need is the Cold Bite War Boots. Not the green shoes. This is all the stuff I could get from quests. Not the green shoes, but these boots right here. So you right click out, open that up. There are shared appearances though. In Hazel rules, shared appearances count. We'll aim for this quest. We might get a shared appearance in the meantime. Good lord. I want to say that I don't have to do all of this. Quest 46 in the line. Yep. Huh. I don't even see it. Those are all shared appearances. Fires and fears of old. Where is it? Fires and fears. I don't even see it. The bottom of this list is literally just Toonlong Steps Heroes Call. Is there a lookalike? Yeah, there's a lot of lookalikes. I'm imagining I'm going to get other stuff along the way. Oh, they changed the order in the first quest you do is at the bottom. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay. So we basically were just going to go to the Dreadwaste and just quest. We might finish it though because like these Cold Bite shoes are from Amber Arms, which is, I believe, well, let's just go get started. It's so many quests that I need to make some of them go away off my map to understand what's going on over there. Where's Pandaria? It's over here. Thanks. Basically the entire zone story. 46 quests in 45 minutes. Yeah, no. There's no way. I'm too hungry. I'm never going to make it. Purples are breadcrumbs that start that part of the chain. But you can't jump in at that breadcrumb. You have to do earlier breadcrumbs, I'm assuming. Oh, man. All right. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff I'm missing from Pandaria on a warrior character. This is just, I mean, assuming I don't get distracted, just getting to the Dreadwaste. This is Jade Forest. I have 92% because I leveled out here. There's like rares and stuff. How up are the rares? Hang on, I went into the quest ring once. Hang on a second. I'm getting distracted already. Beep, 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 turning around. I wanted to know, where does that guy spawn? How rare is he? You know? More Grin Crackfang. He needs a dentist. Maybe Mr. Sarfang knows a good one. More Grin Crackfang. I'm gonna wow hit it and see what kind of spawn time he might have. Rare that could be found in Pandaria in a couple different spots. Been camping this guy. Been looking for him for weeks now. That's not a good sign. Never mind. Never mind. There are chests out here that drop things based on your actual spec and not your loot spec. Huh. Now you've got me going to ICC for mugs. It begins in Vale? Sometimes you can just kind of like start things like there. I guess that is the Gate of the Setting Sun. I bet you that's where we start. Serpent Spine, maybe? Because that's the Dreadwaste. Let me... when the lists get very big, I have a difficult time understanding them. Owie. Heroes Hero's Call, Toonlong Steps. Do I have to? Hero's Call board. I don't know where to start. Falling down. Okay, let's go see if we can pick that up. That would be nice. That's like over here. Because yeah, that's not so bad. Getting anxiety from watching you scroll through that ATT. Hey, if we do a bunch of them, they'll go away off the list. You don't even need TomTom to shift click. You can actually pin map pins with default UI without TomTom with that same keybind. It's good. Start on the one above the Hero's Call if you don't mind that you'll never get the Hero's Call quest done. I'm good with that. But that's a different quest than this one. I'm getting conflicting information. Because falling down is over here. That's where I was going. Hang on a second. Let me see it again. I'm lost again. ATT. We're Pandaria. Dread Wastes. Quests. So we turn to the top list to go down. Hero's Call. Okay, no, that's the same quest. Okay. I'm on the right path. Part of the Dread Waste you're going to phase because of BFA. Finish the Corruption quest to phase back to Pandaria quest again. I wonder if I could just like Zadormi phase it back, or if I would need to actually do the questing. Because Crinkle's never done all of that. Crinkle is younger than BFA. Okie dokie, I found a place to start. Go team. Go team. Dread Spinner Eggs. I remember this one. I've done this a few times. Do you have anything? Common boss drop. You could drop me a... Hey, I needed that. At least I needed the item ID anyway. Dread Spinner Eggs destroyed. Let's throw that in a keybind. Crinkle does not have very many things keybound, so she has some nice easy buttons open. See Clutch of G-Kun too. 3 attempts last week made me really happy to get a bird. Nice, congrats, Haley. I want eggies. Yeah, I wonder how fast this kind of thing goes when you're just zooming through them. I haven't done a whole lot of like low-level questing on endgame characters. It's something I always kind of meant to do, but I don't do a whole lot of it. Usually I would like level another character through here instead so I could get the experience while doing it. This is certainly faster combat-wise, but it's going to require me actually reading a little bit and figuring out what I'm doing. Reasonably fast? Yeah. Pandaria at least is fairly modern. I betcha doing this for like... I betcha doing this for... oh, I should have charged to that one. If I was trying to do this for like BC, and I'm sure I'm missing those quests as well, but there would be more quests that would be a bit frustrating or tricky or difficult to do. Things that are not as intuitive as the more modern questing. Okay. Plus, nowadays we have these lovely little directional things. Those help out a lot. I remember when they first added the, what do they call it, the polyhedron. I was very confused and I didn't like it, and I was like, this is change, and I don't like change. I don't care for it. But, oh yeah, 11 recolors on those gloves that we just learned. Now that I'm used to it, I can't imagine any other way, I say, having lost it. Just inside? Yeah, just inside. Dave Growl, thank you very much for the 48-month resub. Very much appreciated. Holy moly. Oh, 46. Sorry, getting ahead of myself. Need a glasses update. Thank you still. Appreciate it very much. Eastern Kingdom's Lore Master, bit of a pain. Well, I bet. Galaxy Tuning Fork, Eastern Amber. I'm sure I was supposed to do that inside before I left. This is going to be my problem. Strike the Ancient Amber chunk. Are these not amber? No? That's Amber out there. Alright, okay. I got my thingy back. A lot of Pandaria WOD items have shared appearances. For a moment I thought you meant like with each other, and I was like, no way. And then I used my brain for a second and I was like, oh, I see what you mean. I'm getting there. These were cool quests. These were neat. I liked the Klaxi well enough. Vengeful Gurthani spirits. And sapfly bits. Panda thingies have cogwheels above them, so that helps. Oh, I love Whirlwind. Holy moly, that's nice. I think warriors are nice characters to do this on, especially because like any weapons that happen to be quest rewards coming along here, I bet you we can pick up a bunch of them all at once. That'll be kind of good. Do you like them well enough to get exalted with them on a plate character? I bet you eventually I'll have to. I'm sure that there is stuff that I need. I'm sure there must be something. Yeah, any weapons except wanted and work lives. That's true. That's true. Where'd the sapflies go? We'll get faster with practice. Oh, couldn't find the choke quest line when I was phased. They might have fixed it since. I wonder if I'm gonna have to do BFA questing. That sounds like the kind of thing that would make me incredibly cranky. What do you mean I have to go do this separate, unrelated, non-intuitive thing to make it work? I don't care if that's the answer. I hate it. Oh, me when I had to abandon the Dragonflight starter before I could see a certain NPC in Borealis. So mad. You'd think I'd be relieved that we got to the bottom of it. No. I was mad on principle. Have to do the entire cloak line from BFA. We're going to cross that bridge when we get to it. I may very well have picked up a lookalike appearance by then, and I might just consider that good enough. Get exalted 4 times with most factions, sometimes more because of professions. Do you think they'll ever allow us to have 1 space in our name? I've never thought of that before. My instinct says no, and I don't know why. Why do I think they wouldn't? Other games do. I don't know. No warrior named Big Iron. I would think they wouldn't. Yeah. Yeah, there's so much plate stuff I'm missing from here. That's not surprising. I didn't even have plate alts back then in Pandaria. I would have done all of this on cloth and then maybe a little bit on leather because I was playing a warlock and a druid at the time. I had a hunter too, but I played a hunter more in Wrath and Kata, not so much in Panda. Capital leather's where they're supposed to go? Oh, yeah. McBank and not McBank. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Might be a little messy in the quest text without it pulls a name from you or something dumb. Yeah. Went back to Zandalar for the free mount. Didn't have to do any weird questing. Just weird phasing issues after the patch. Yeah, that might be it. Hard to say. I'm just glad that I finally got my Librarian of the Reach achievement, even if it meant that I had to loot the book twice. Don't have forward characters that went through BFA right now either. They're annoying for storing data in massive user databases. Conversation I have with users at my job daily. Interesting. I've learned that it is in my best interest to not use any punctuation in my file names. Some of my programs can handle it, and a lot of them get really annoyed, Premiere in particular. So if I'm making a video and I'm editing a video and it's like cool things in 815 or whatever, I will either just say cool things in 8:1:5 for the title, or sometimes I've typed 8.1.5 with DOT for the dot, because I've learned my lesson about punctuation in file names. No good. I'm gonna do a real short break. Our non-subs are on an ad anyways, and I want to go look at my puppy real quick. I will be right back. I'm back. Sleepy puppy. Sleepy puppy's really cute. He shifts into like new sleeping positions pretty often, but his favorite one is he goes like, huh. And it's like he's doing oh, it's cute. It's a cute puppy. I'm not tired. I'm fine. I'm great. I've been awake for years. I wonder at what point, I'm like not going to check, but I wonder at what point in the whole quest line the lookalike appearances might be. Regret making 2 names of the exact same name but with special characters. Find mailing things to my else is a pain. Yeah. Yeah, I know all about that. I didn't use too many special characters, but I used to use a variety of extra vowels and then like suffixes that would it was messy. I ended up deleting them all. I renamed a couple and I deleted a lot of them and just made new characters that had more unique names because I just could not remember everything anymore. Plus, they didn't really feel like alts. I wanted my alts to have a little bit more of their own identity, except aside from just like another Hazel character. So I like Crinkle and Ripsy and Inksy and Barnacles, Boy, etc., etc., etc. Got the Kalimdor Cup gold medals. Nice. I have to know how to use Skyward Ascent ability to get forward momentum rather than vertical. Yeah. That is the word on the street. Somebody mentioned something about that yesterday. I was too stubborn to try it. Puppy kisses. Have you heard about the guy in California got a vanity license plate null? It did not go well for him. No. Maybe I'm a bit dense. What happened? Why is that a problem? Does it get you in trouble with like police or something? What's on the agenda now that ICC is done? I pulled an item that is from the very end of the Dread Waste questline on plate. So I'm doing Dread Waste questing on plate. There may be a lookalike. Actually, this quest that I'm doing right now, actually, I believe gives a lookalike appearance. Because it's the Coldbite War Boots, which are a complete shared appearance with these shoes that I'm about to get. So I may be out of here faster than we thought. Because I'm not collecting item IDs, I'm just collecting unique appearances. Oh, it breaks a lot of computer systems. Gets you in trouble with databases. Oh. Storing the word null in a database. Sounds like a nightmare. I see, I see. Oh. Yeah. I do admit that I do sometimes, like, I don't seek out unique appearances, or pardon me, item IDs, but if I have one, like, in my bags, and it's like, this appearance is learned, but from a different item, and I can equip it, I will now, just because item IDs is what counts for your Data for Azeroth collection score. So if I want to try and be the very best, you know, mod collector on my server, as per Data for Azeroth, which, you know, it's up to you how important that is to you. But if that was what I wanted, then I do need unique IDs and not just appearances. I'm kind of in like a middle ground of caring enough to learn them if they're in front of me, but not caring so much that I'm going to seek them out individually, because that would make this grind. I already think I bit off way more than I can chew just by deciding that I want to do all armor and weapon types. I already think that's insane. I do not need to be trying to do unique IDs. Shall we go do the Sonic Relay? It's like right over here. Maybe we'll do like Heart of Fear just for fun. We're in the area. Also counts for the quantum items. Yeah, I think that's stupid. I don't care if it's true. I think it's dumb. I'm just gonna pretend it's not true. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to do a thingy. That's right. That's right. I think all that talk we did earlier about craft dinner may make today a craft dinner for lunch day. I think that's gonna have to happen. I picked up these loaves of jalapeno cheddar sourdough bread at the grocery store, and I've been making toast out of it, and it's like really yummy. I had some delicious toast for breakfast, but unfortunately I had it like a long time ago. Hard if you're fast drops a lot. You're right. It is a good idea. Especially because I think I'm about to get the look-alike appearance. Back on the craft. Oh, I never left the craft. I was born with the craft. Molded by it, in fact. Jalapeno cheese pickles, top tier. It's like one of the only places in which I really relish spicy food is... I mean, it's not that spicy, I'm sure, by many people's standards, but I like jalapeno cheese bagels and bread. And I like spicy seafood, Korean-style instant noodles. There's like a specific one. I haven't had it in forever. It's really hot and it's really good. I am hungry. I used to have that with like, I would cook an egg in it and then I would get like some veggies. Oh, that was good. I forget the name of the brand. I would know it if I saw the packaging. Yeah. The chewy udon style noodles though, not just ramen. Shin. It might have been Shin. Yeah, the Korean one specifically. Paragon Waken. Are you awake yet? Wakey wakey. Whole pound of bakey. The spice isn't clearing up my nose. It's not spicy enough. Oh, yeah. Alright, let's go turn these in. I think this is going to do it. No, I haven't done any Karakta this week. I should. I should. It's more time sensitive than Heart of Fear is. Oh, it's boring though. But I wanted to give me the mount. And it'll be a lot easier to farm if I do it while people are listing groups. Is it up currently? Is it currently in rotation for North America? Have I done all the pet battle achievements? Not all of them. I'm certainly missing some PvP achievements. Yeah, 9 lookalikes just got added to my collection for that. Including, I'm pretty sure, the item that I wanted. I think those Cold Bite boots I have now learned. Nongshim is the brand. That sounds familiar. That might be it. Here, let me Google it. It's like specifically a spicy seafood. Nongshim spicy seafood. Yeah, that's the one. That's it. Nongshim Neoguri noodles, spicy seafood, 4.2 ounces. They're hot. Or at least I think they're hot. Okie dokie. Hey, we got some reputation. Would you look at that? At least Pandaria reps have like catch-up rep and stuff. I'm gonna do like a real quick, I'm just gonna slam a quick Heart of Fear because you're right, it is fast and it's right here. What am I doing? I am looking at Dungeons and Raids. Mop. Heart of Fear. I want to know which difficulty I'm looking for. Normal or heroic? Looks like heroic. Raid difficulty heroic 25 player. Shin Ramen is Nongshim? Oh! I see, I see. It's green, it's not the Shin Ramen. Know exactly what those are. Used to get them at Winco. Do many people do PvP pet battles? I don't have enough data to give an accurate answer, but my instinct is no. I wouldn't say many people. Some people, yes. It might be one of the most niche activities in the game, though. Okie dokie. What kind of things could drop for me in here? All kinds of stuff. I have like a third. I have approximately a third of the available stuff in here for this like character. So there's all manner of things that could happen. Pardon me. Real nerds play Pokemon in World of Warcraft. I don't know. I don't blame anybody for not being in the PvP pet battles. It's not the finest game mode out there in terms of like balance and fairness and fun. It's like rock, paper, scissors with a bunch of extra steps. Where am I going? Why am I clearing trash? Is it for the zone drop? I do need a zone drop. There are bracers that I need. Oh, right before I got a puppy, I was talking a big game about how I really wanted to work on my posture, and then I got a dog, and I've spent the last 2 weeks like leaning forward, bending down to pet and or leash up and or pick up after and or offer treats to and or play with my dog. A lot of dog momming is leaning forward. Oh, not so good for the back. I gotta practice keeping the back perfectly straight and then just doing like leg squats to get down to his level to give him stuff. Don't forget to loot for trash drops. Yeah, good point, good point. Now you have posture. Mm-hmm. True, true. Saw your pet battling Aspen Gold video. Oh, yeah. That was a while ago, eh? I feel like that's an old one. Time passes. Years go by. So you could give me 3 different things. 3. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Thank you. I do have bonus rolls, but I'm going to just use it on the end boss. Because, you know, I want to save him. Save him a little bit. I picked up one of the 3 things I needed. I picked up a chest piece. I'm so happy that the heat wave's over. I think it's going to be like 22, 23 today, Celsius. And that just sounds so lovely. I'm still going to wear sunscreen and everything, but oh man, I'm just happy it's not like pushing 30 anymore. It was just too hot during the middle of the day. It was so toasty in the sun. You're trying to take the dog out so he can go to the bathroom and he's got like black fur in his back and you can just see the poor thing trying to like cooking. You just race to the shade. No fun. No fun for puppies. Got a silver piggy as a gift. Silver piggy was what? Twitch Prime? That was a Twitch Prime redeem, I think. I got a cloak transmog I needed. 70 in Fahrenheit? Yeah, something about that. Went out to Aquafit this morning. Nice out. Very relieved. There's a nice breeze. Radio people were talking about if people have assigned sides to the bed. Apparently there are couples out there that are random and that's psycho to me. Really? So they just like... Nothing is truly random in this universe. What determines which side of the bed then? Yeah, I'm very much a specific side of the bed kind of person. It's not for any particular reason. There's no like... There's nothing special about one side of the room versus the other. It's just, well, this side has my nightstand. And that side has... Well, now your nightstand. Blankets think it saved my marriage. Yeah, I can see that. Leave left side today, right side tomorrow. First come, first serve. I don't know. I think that's weird. I mean, I'm sure there are some people. And there's nothing wrong with it. I don't want to give the wrong impression. It's not a problem. It's just very foreign to me. I have always had a side of the bed. I always had a side of the bed. And then when I lived alone, I got myself like a small bed that only one person could fit on so that I wouldn't have the angst of trying to figure out which side of the bed you go on when there's only you. When I was living alone, I had a twin and then I had a full. And I would just starfish flat in the middle of it. It was good. Random for me for beds that I don't own. Ooh, that's a good point, actually. That's a good point. Makes me uncomfortable, don't know why. My side, my divot. No sweaty spots. I got some plans. Have a queen just pick the middle. It is nice. Starfishing is the best. I am apparently a little bit difficult to share a bed with because I windmill, I hurricane, I spin in the night, wrapping blankets about myself in a cocoon-like fashion. You know. Oops. Yeah. I rotate like a rotisserie chicken. Yeah. Yeah, I could see one day either an enormous bed, separate blankets, or even just extra beds about just in case somebody's particularly restless or whatnot. I'm going upstairs. That's right. Mectrek. Wife does that. Drives me nuts. Yeah, I think that people can be very much in love and have a wonderful relationship and not necessarily have to sleep in the same bed, or not every night. But I know there's lots of different takes about that, and you got to find something that works for you and your home. Hazel bed burrito. Separate blankets helps a lot. Same blanket seems unpractical. How do you make the bed when there's 2 blankets? Is there like a specific way that it's done? Is there like a folding situation? What did I get? A cloak? How do you make the bed with more than 1 blanket? 1 comforter and the decoy blanket she can cocoon and just get a king. The bedroom genuinely would not fit it. It would go like wall to wall. We have a queen right now and there is room to walk to either side, but like not much. It's a pretty small place. If I ever, for whatever reason, end up in a rich lady house and I have like a big bedroom and I have the money for it, I'm getting the biggest bed because I have a feeling there's going to be cats. I don't make my bed. You pull them both up, both have their own half. One on top of the other and then separate. Oh. Making the bed means going floof and it's done. Get a bunk bed? I don't know. If I'm getting a separate bed, I need some separating walls. Queen bed, plenty of room for Moose too. It barely fits 2 people plus Kira. Especially because when she doesn't always sleep on the bed, but when Kira sleeps on the bed, she picks a spot and she plonks down and she's not moving for anything. You can nudge her with your feet, you can roll over in your sleep, and you will wake up and find yourself, you know, like pretzeled around where she was, and she has not moved because she is a rock. So if she decides to sleep in an inconvenient spot, it can very quickly shrink the available sleeping area, despite the fact that she is a tiny little cat. Moose will not fit. He already wouldn't fit. I'll just go sleep with him on his bed. Yeah, I'm with you, Haley. I think I would. There's a stigma. I think we could lose it. Queen bed. What size is that? I'd have to Google it to get you exact measurements. I would say standard 2-person bed is not enormous, but it's like normal. I don't know. Men in my family constantly fall asleep on the couch, barely get to the actual bed. 48 by 60-ish? Something like that. Second to last boss. Amber Shaker and Suck. I need 3 things. Oh yeah, that's right. You have to do this. 3 things from this boss and then 3 things from the next one. Fist weapon. Cool fist weapon. Dog is only 20 pounds. Wake up when he's in the bed on the very edge, almost falling off. Commands a lot of bed real estate for such a little dude. Extra space heater in my bed in the summer. Not great without AC. Yeah, it makes sense. Hey, I got some shoulder pads. Nice. Also, can I use any of these tokens? No. No tokens. Oh, tokens. Yes. Legs. My PC's my space heater. I have this dream of one day having like a big pet bed in every room that the cat and the dog can use as they choose to. So like one day I can see myself like streaming in this room and Mr. Moose is just like napping on his bed next to me. I would be so down for that, except that in the summertime, this room already heats up with just my body heat, the cat, and then my computer. Plus like the light. The light doesn't get super hot, but it gets a little bit warm. I think that you add a big old dog in there and it's gonna be toasty. Don't have the PC in your bed, I assume. Yeah. That's right. Using tokens matters, item IDs, what loot spec you are. Oh dear, you're right. Okay, so if I want a chance to bonus roll the claws, it's a one-hander. Loot spec Fury should be fine. Although, I don't really understand how warrior loot specs work. Probably because I don't really understand how warrior weapons work. I know I use... I don't know. I'm sure it's all doable. Good for the winter at least. I think I keep getting patterns and they keep being worth nothing. I don't even think they have a vendor price. Alright. So I loot the boss. No good. I did get the chest token. I'm gonna learn that. I'm gonna bonus roll. Gold. Okay. Well, at least we got a chest piece. That's something. Shall we pop by Valdraken? Plus there were some look-alike appearances there too. Oh, the X means it's not on your loot table? I must be looking at a different X. I thought the X meant not collected yet, but can I mog it? Arms will always get you 2-hand. Fury will get you 1 or 2. Prot will get you 1 ancient shield. Okay. Thought that was the case. Do I want any of this stuff? No, I'm good to vendor all that. Clear it out. Clear it out. So I have to sell tokens on my own. Tokens and BOEs. How come those things didn't sell? Oh, I have safe mode on. That's why. BOE, BOE. Hang on a second. Give me one of those back. Which one was it? Learn for another item. Kraken. Oh yeah, I mailed myself those. That's right. So the check mark with the circle means learn from another item. So I could still equip those. I should watch out for those. Those are good. I don't need that weapon right now. I did like a tiny handful of content on Crinkle to get her like a little itty bit of stuff to like wear. Those are properly collected. I'm pretty sure I know those already, but oh no, I didn't. I needed to. Nice. And then just make the patterns go away. Those are useless. Milk. Okay. Oh, add you weapons. Oh, I see. I see. That makes sense. Before you go, all the things percentage. Oh, that's true. I should go. I'm starving. Okay, let's take a look. All the things. And then account mode. Because I bet you we made some progress. 54.45. I do not remember what it was before. I don't know. No idea. I think that's pretty respectable, though. I'm feeling good. I'm just hungry. I'm a little tired. Nothing lunch and a nap won't fix. Do I have time for a nap today? Not really. We'll figure it out. Thank you very much for joining me today. I had a wonderful time. I'll be back tomorrow for a Saturday morning stream, and as is tradition, Saturdays are for farming Nighthold for the Mount. Mount runs tomorrow. Appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.